I'm be fluent. My money was low, I turned up and grew it. These niggas is hoes, that mama really blew it. Be tough on the net, well, bitch, nigga, do it. I come from the block, we don't do all that clutching and shit. If I up and cock it, then I shoot it. 6 double O, yeah, that's me, that's the move. Can't fuck with a hoe, and these niggas is groove. Niggas know when it come to this shit that I'm ready for war. If you think it's shit sweet, you stupid. See, I went through it all, I'm the one to play scenes for these niggas. It ain't too many like me, I come from the bottom, but I done succeeded a little. Did this shit on my own, so can't nobody say that I ever just needed a nigga. When you get to the top, so you still feel alone, everybody can't eat off the menu. Like on life, all you do is continue. I went through it all, I'm the one to play scenes for these niggas. It ain't too many like me, I come from the bottom, but I done succeeded a little. Did this shit on my own, so can't nobody say that I ever just needed a nigga. When you get to the top, so you still feel alone, everybody can't eat off the menu. Like on life, all you do is continue.
Bam.
Tony Coles.
So how have you been, Big X?
Hey, see, I've been doing well, not great, but good. Can't complain, I got more than I should. Been a while since I thugged in the hood. I just hope that my folks understand I done hit every state, I'm just trying to get to it. Anyways, just they liking my music. I just did a show called By the Rule, had like 80-some thousand folks jamming and grooving.
So how are your kids?
I can't even lie. When I be away from them, I cry. Cause I love them the most. I would hate for them ever to say that they daddy wasn't right on their side. But for real, my little nigga be fly. He been dressing himself while he try. And my daughter so pretty, look just like her daddy and shit. I be telling her niggas gon' die.
And your family?
My people been straight. Trying to put foot on all of they places, shit, I been going hard. I guess now they seeing this shit, cause before they thought I should switch lanes. Cause should I start buying ice and keeping on lights? Now they see that this shit is way bigger than lights. No more just
shit, I know that that's right. Okay, what about your team?
This shit bigger than life, it's a movie damn near every night. We been popping these bottles to represent life, cause shit, we was just broke. I mean, they have $1 to split. We kicked those till we finally got right.
About 5 years over life alone.
Trying to give everybody a blessing. You don't know how I feel to have everything everyone wants when this shit can get hectic. But I swear I've been trying to quit. Make one more $500,000, I swear that they see. I done spent 7 down Columbus, expensive as fuck. So I guess I can give up the steez.
So life's good.
No, I ain't saying that. But I'll never give none of this back. Yeah, I lost a whole lot on the way. But if I'm being honest, I'm good right here where I'm at.
All right, I think this was a good session. Gave us a lot to think about. Same time next week.
When you're going after your dreams and you're trying to be successful in life, you're going to miss out on a lot of things, man. You're going to miss out time with your kids, your loved ones, the people that's close to you. But you got to make them sacrifices in order to get where you want to get at in life. I'm telling you, there's a lot of things you're going to have to do. There's a lot of things you're going to have to let go. But at the end of the day, nothing is going to supersede you, get to a better place so you can look out for them people that you're going to miss some beautiful moments with. You got to get there, and by any means necessary, you got to go out there every day and go hustle and go grind and stay. You got to stay up on it. And it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a lot of times you're going to have doubt in yourself. You're going to ask yourself, if I'm doing the right thing, you're going to know you're doing the right thing because you're going to keep going at it so you get in a better place for you and for the people you love.
All right. You know, what's going on, good people? We're going to go ahead and get started.
Happy Top Hill Monday.
Happy Top Hill Monday, man. As you guys know, I like to start off with a little bit of inspiration nowadays. You know what I mean? To kind of give you guys...
More life.
Yeah, you know? A little bit more understanding of where we're coming from, man. Let's get to it.
And it is. It could be the most corrupt nation in the world, Minister Farrakhan.
Oh, and now, Mr. Wallace.
It is the most corrupt nation that I have ever covered. I've been there 25 years ago, and I've been there as recently as last year.
Fine. So what? 35 years old. That's what that nation is. Now, here's America, 226 years old. You love democracy? But there in Africa, you're trying to force these people into a system of government that you just have accepted 30 years ago. Black folk got the right to vote. You're not in any moral position to tell anybody how corrupt they are. You should be quiet and let those of us who know our people go there and help them get out of that condition. But America should keep her mouth shut. Okay. Wherever there's a corrupt regime, as much hell as America has raised on the earth. No, I will not allow America or you, Mr. Wallace, to condemn them as the most corrupt nation on earth when you have spilled the blood of human beings? Has Nigeria dropped an atomic bomb and killed people in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Have they killed off millions of Native Americans? How dare you put yourself in that position as a moral judge? I think you should keep quiet. Because with that much blood on America's hands, you have no right to speak.
In Africa, it could be the most corrupt nation in the world.
Hating and being jealous, you could be over here embracing that love. More God did.
I think you should keep quiet.
Or you watch us win. DJ Khaled.
They want to stop.
Of course, I play that clip. My camera's on the wall. He's like, oh, y'all started off with the move?
They counted us out.
Time to say a
They
prayer.
didn't think that we would make it.
I did.
May we bow our heads.
Oh, but I know God did. Oh, yes, He did.
God is great. Nosedive, they just praying that I crash. But those guys, they don't want to see you last. That Jacob $3 million above your tax. A tub full of money, I still can't relax. Time spinning, Lord forgive me, I'm a sinner. Conquer divide niggas. Wrong side of the petition, only divine winning. Better listen when I tell you how I put time in it. Please forgive me, God did. So leave me in the dark, swimming with the sharks. Dope boy, big calm, still the biggest boss. Got a kilo on the plate, send them on the freight. Or I could go and buy a bank, I know my money's safe.
They counted us out. They didn't think that we would make it.
Aren't they trying to sabotage us on this Good Monday?
Oh, but I know God did. Oh, yes, He did. Oh, yes,
Sky is the limit every day I reach. They was tired of me winning, now they dead sleep. Don't want to see me with the ring, you better play D. Nigga, God did his thing when He made me. With the eyes stacked against me, I could crack the benchy.
Lil Wayne, hold your head, bro.
Judges, I say that, but Britney. Smell blood like a shark, they start acting fishy.
Hold your
ass and they gon' have to kiss me. Please don't hate me, just to hate me. Before they overrate me, they gon' underestimate me.
I'm glad that I'm old enough to see what it looks like when a legend dies young, and if they don't.
Dreadlocks, face tats, I'm the apex.
I mean, he had an incredible run. I mean, he changed the face of hip hop and he's an incredible talent.
Imagine what Tupac would sound like today. We're gonna be like, they would have canceled his ass in the 2010s.
They didn't think that we would make it.
How many years we got? 2015, 2016.
Where we at, go?
Uh-oh, where we at, go?
Where we at, go?
Chief, what's poppin'?
That Hova?
Hove did. Please Lord forgive me for what the stove did. Nobody touched the billy until Hove did.
The only
How many billionaires
rappers
can
that
come
can
from
feel
Hove
like
crib?
and not
I count
disappoint.
3 million.
I think it's also because he's so like he doesn't do it that often, so it's like it's still like
I left the dope
anticipation.
game with my record clean.
And the
I turned the
execution is so
cocaine
clean,
into
he doesn't
champagne.
disappoint him.
I cleaned
They
up
just
my
authentic
Medina
and
with the
rapping
same
about
soap. Me and Loro talk about how we slang dope. Now the weed
real
stores,
stuff
can
he's
you
going
believe this top? I put my hustle on the Forbes, can you believe this guy? Then we said fuck it, took the dope public.
Like, I love
The mud, they
444,
gotta
man.
face you now, you can't make up this
Phenomenal.
shit. Judging how you judge it, say we going corporate. Nah, we just corner boys with the corner office. I'm at the cap table, what the splits is. Not that cap table, boy, we live this. Breezy, what the business is. We pushing 50 like fentanyl, the shit is all legitimate. E was down 10 for this. We just got his 10 back, then went back like where the interest is. M light up the 03. We let y'all do the Zazas, OG for the OGs. Some you niggas out of pocket talking exotic. You barely been it up behind. That's another topic. Monogram in my pocket off the red carpet. You see the face I made that night, shit is that shocking. Ours wasn't great, we even be alive. Gotta be crazy to y'all, nigga, we surprised. Shit is too much how we grew up. Shit don't even feel real to us. OG sold to those you call kingpin. If those are drug lords, then who are we then? Hove is a real nigga's dream. My only goal to make a real nigga feel seen. Sometimes I make a fake nigga hate life. Never my intentions, the consequences of my way of life. The way we used to play with life, I'm now careful with the sentences. Them only jail bars of life. I never wanted to be the state's custodian. The laws are draconian. For those married to the life, it's holy matrimonian. Somehow I outfox everybody try to throw me in with great ceremony. Folk in them told me how Holly Caddy spoke of him and bloke in them from London, Harrow Road, Western End. I be speaking to the souls of men, those of them willing to die for the existence that this cold world has chose for them.
Oh man,
kicking snow off the frozen tent, back and forth on this turnpike, really took a toll on them.
What's up, Chief?
Soldiers on these roads of sin. For those who make the laws, I'ma always have smoke for them. I got lawyers like shooters.
Give me a Cliff Notes version.
Pro bono for him as a favor, cause I thrown the limbs. In memory of T-Lo, I pray none of your people die over jail phones again. All this pain from the outside inspired all this growth within. New planes getting broken in. Highest elevation of the self. They the fuck around and gave the right niggas wealth. These ain't songs, these is hymns, cause I'm him. This is Psalm 151. This is New Testament.
My brother?
Book of Hove.
Yeah.
Jesus turned water to wine for Hove, bitches took a stove. You never know how this shit could go. Me and Biggs probably got too big if they ain't booked that low. Hindsight is 2020. Though he's getting plenty money, looking back now, this shit is funny. I just got $1 million off a sink without risking a million years trying to get it out the sink.
They was hanging. We seen them on Nickelodeon together.
They say they don't know me internationally, niggas on the road did. I see a lot of Hove and gigs. Me and me can never beef. I freed that nigga from a whole big. Hove did. Next time we have a discussion, who the GOAT, you donkeys know this.
Billionaire class, man. It is what it is. It's all just coming.
Uh-oh.
I say everybody start throwing money.
Quiet.
I say everybody start throwing money.
Right.
Settle it. Settle it. On our settlements. How about that? How about whoever clears the most debt is the president?
Hey, yeah. It's so funny because like, shout out to Regulation. Like they talked about this like, you don't have to run out.
Whoa, for sure.
Like most people predicted they would fall out. They fell out. Like, man.
Too much money on the table.
But yeah.
But you know, y'all like the rich man.
You may not believe you got it.
Yes.
And if he does the clear everything, let it start fresh. I'll get a question right now.
Man, where's all the John Legend outros that we missed, man? It's been a minute. All right, let's get to it. 3, 2, 1. Top Hill, episode 229. Welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Live. This is your boy, Mr. Top Hill Live, a.k.a. Imani Raw.
And I am the Carmen.
The Carmen in the building. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode, guys. If you guys are new here, don't know what's going on, this is a show dedicated to the diaspora. This is the hub right here, man, where we build together, learn together, grow together for the future of our people, man. So we're gonna get into a lot of great videos tonight, and yeah, man. But before we get into all that, I gotta tap in with my lovely co-host to my right, Carmen. How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, you know.
Hey.
Living in America.
Ah, man. Oh, man.
It's Monday.
It is Monday, man. I ain't gonna lie. I got a rude wake-up call when I had to go to work and do all this. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Me. Oh my God.
I was like, oh, I'm not free. They tricked me. It's a trick bag.
I get triggered by my alarm every morning. I'm like,
what?
God damn.
Man, what? I have come to a revelation.
Okay.
I mean, it's been brewing in me. I mean, if you guys haven't seen the show already or see how I've been moving and stuff like that, my mind has just shifted in a way. Like I'm on day 71 of my juice fast. It's a spiritual journey as well as a mental journey and a physical journey. But it just opens your mind up to like, what do you really want your life to look like? What do you really want to do? And I'm extremely blessed and fortunate to be able to have traveled the world. You know what I mean? I've been to 14 countries. I've been to Africa 3 different times in 3 different countries. And that expansion is like allows me to dream and vision bigger and clearer. You know what I mean? And one thing about me and about God and about the people around me, like when I envision something and I manifest something, it happens. Like it's going to happen. So, yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to the future and what's going to happen and stuff like that. You guys are like the OG people in Top Hill and stuff like that. We appreciate you guys tuning in, supporting us, rocking with us. You know, we do this for you guys. I see you guys in the comments and stuff like that. All the love, all the hate. I appreciate all of it. You know what I mean? And because I know what we're doing and what it's about and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Because you know, not everything is supposed to be exposed. So quickly.
I'm about to say you got us on the edge of our seat.
Yeah, man.
I must ask though.
Yeah, sure.
What's in the jar?
So this, I believe, this is Yaki Awaken's geogenetic juice.
Who?
Shout out to Yaki Awaken, man.
Okay, that looked rich. Like that's you remember how you had that rich orange color with the other one? That's like a rich green.
Yeah. This is a good one right here, man. So this is actually a recipe that he did. So Yaki is pretty much, I hate to say it like this, but you know, forgive me, just for people to understand. He's like the second coming of Dr. Sebi.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Dr. Sebi?
That's a bold statement. Yeah.
I'm very confident in saying that about him. He's healed many people. He is
Where he live?
St. Louis.
Okay.
He actually has his own farm, his own doctor, his own hospital, clinic and stuff like that. He has people go there. And he heals people and stuff like that from all different kind of diseases, like all the same ones that. Well, he says that he helps your body heal itself. He can't heal you.
I'm not sure if the camera's picking up on it, but the juice itself is glowing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's got vibranium in it.
Right. So the significance about this juice is that this is actually the juice that healed himself when he was 21 years old. I mean, he was really big in the streets. He got shot. He got stabbed. He had a heart.
He did a 180.
Yeah, he had a heart attack when he was 21. He was 300 pounds at like 5'5". He had erectile dysfunction. He had all kinds of like crazy stuff going on with him.
Okay.
And he decided to go on a juice fast. And he drunk this particular juice for 4 months, and it healed him of everything.
Well, what's in it?
So this is, like I said, his geogenetic juice. It has 7 green apples, 2 cucumbers, no skin.
You had me at 7 green apples.
2 cucumbers, no skin, a stalk of celery, a lemon with the skin, a thumb of ginger, a handful of parsley, a handful of cilantro, and a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper.
I gotta write that down.
Yeah, I got you. So like this is a recipe. I drink this all the time. Right, it has a lot of different benefits and stuff like that too. It helps with cell regeneration, weight loss, healing properties and stuff like that too.
Every time I start talking about the juices, I'm like, you make me one step closer to being like, you know what, I need to do a 360. Because me over here, garbage.
Right. We ain't gonna talk about the bull in the room, but yeah, man.
Or the clown.
Right. Right. But yeah, this drink is amazing. Now I don't know. My taste buds and is completely different than what it used to be. So I don't know. Like this is like more spicier compared to like some of the other drinks.
So once you hit your
it never fails.
Once, thank you. Go ahead and take a seat for me. All right. Thank you for the PSA.
Shout out to Kenya in the building. I see you.
Once you hit
Big love, Chief.
Once you get closer to your 90 days, do you see yourself going back?
To what?
Like, are you gonna ease back into the foods, or like, what do you like? Where do you go from there after because this has been a journey.
Good question. Yeah. I do have a plan for after the juice fast, and I honestly see myself going fully raw, like fully raw.
Like Blue Rare?
So basically, you know, just...
I'm serious. Like Blue Rare?
What's Blue Rare? I never heard of that, actually.
It's like the step above rare steak.
No, so like just eating the food that was designed for the human body, especially melanated people's bodies. So raw food, raw...
Like how raw, though? You're scaring me.
Like... Okay, fruits, vegetables.
Seeds. Amani,
What do you think I was saying?
You know, there's people on the internet that just be eating like raw steak. I'm like,
fuck no! Oh no, nah, man. I'm not a carnivore, man. I'm not about to be out here eating like a lion for real. Oh no.
You scaring me?
Nah. That's like cannibalism. I was like, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, an alkaline diet and stuff like that. There's many people that I've seen mentorship and stuff from, and to me the biggest proof, and I know so many people like, oh, try carnivore diet, or just calorie deficit, or do this, but when I look at people, their face and their body does not lie. When I see people like Chef Babette, who is 74 years old and can outrun and outlift anybody that I've seen out here, 74-year-old woman who looks like she's in her 30s or 40s. Mm-hmm. Or if I see somebody like Shaka Bars, who is, you know, an amazing athlete as well too, but activist, Yaki, like there's so many people that I witness, people who are older, who are living longer, or this guy named Lou, he's like 70 years old, and I've seen him do a plank on the table for 7 minutes. So it's like most people, the average lifespan, especially of a black man in the United States, is the age of 75, and it's actually lowering. But when you have these people in their 70s and 80s, thriving, skin glowing, looking better, healthy, strong, it's like...
My intrusive thoughts are just like, I mean, do I want to live that long in this world?
There's that part too, but you know, like...
No, but I get what you mean. I was just saying...
I want the option, because, I mean, the truth of the matter is, anything can happen to you. At any time and stuff like that.
I don't want to like have an ailment.
Right. And I was like, I don't want to go out that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out like a fucking G. But anyway, but I don't want to go out that way. So, like, if there's something I could do to prevent myself from that, at least get myself healthy. Because, like, at the weight that I'm at, I'm not healthy right now. So, like, it just is what it is. So I do want to fix that.
But let's not neglect the leaps that you have made, because you're looking healthy to me.
Yeah,
your skin is glowing.
Appreciate that.
Okay, you be staying up. Okay, we be in here, and I'll be like, Monty be like, anyway. So
yeah, I got the energy now, man. I just hit another milestone too. I was on the Stairmaster.
What?
I thought I was only gonna be able to last for 5 minutes.
Let me tell you something about them steps.
That Stairmaster right there,
something about them steps.
Man, I did 21 minutes for doing over 800 steps on the Stairmaster, and so
shit, you got me beat. Okay.
Yeah, man. So
I went 3 flights of steps,
right.
And I was up there.
Yeah, man. So I want to be at my most optimal too, because not only physically but mentally, I'm much more creative, have a lot more energy.
I can tell you're sharper too.
Yeah, for sure. So even doing this show, you know what I mean, I want to make sure that I'm sharp and stuff like that. So,
absolutely.
But yeah. You know, that's what's going on over here. But yeah, man.
Big ups to you.
Appreciate it. Let's get into tonight's episode today, guys. I'm not done with Zambia. I don't think I'm ever going to be done with Zambia. I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to keep sprinkling some Zambia videos in here because I know there's some gold in here.
Literally?
Yeah, I actually heard that a lot of people go to Zambia for mining. So,
who are these people? Where do you start mining?
I don't know.
How do you know? How do you be like, yeah, this is like gold dirt under here?
I noticed that a lot of trades and stuff like that start the foundation of a society or civilization is shunned upon, and kind of hidden, you know, especially for people like us, like when it comes to mining minerals or farming. You know, we don't look at that as a means to accumulate wealth or anything like in long term and stuff like that. But the more I've been researching Africa and other people who invest in Africa, I see what they're doing. They're doing things like mining, they're doing things like farming and stuff like that. There's no mistake why Bill Gates, one of the richest people in the world, owns majority of the farmland in the United States. And everything. We're gonna talk about Bill Gates too, because I'm interested to know why he wants to give 99% of his inheritance to the continent of Africa.
I would love to get into that.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to get into that. All right, Zambia, we're here, guys. We appreciate you guys so much. You guys are super dope, loving and kind, and definitely made us want to learn more about your beautiful country and the city of Lusaka too, man. So we're gonna dig into this video. This is from Sarah Jabril, the first time looking at her channel. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Let's get into it.
Peaceful, modern, clean. And shaped by the legacy of one of Africa's most renowned and idealistic political giants. One reason why you should visit Zambia, and Lusaka in particular, is that it dispels so many negative narratives about Africa. In fact, Zambia has so much to offer that I decided to publish a 2-part travel series. Yes, 2 parts.
There you go.
In this video,
pause real quick, so you can see it. My bad, guys. I'm gonna rap with you guys for a minute. So Carmen has some very important business to take care of right now. Shout out to Chief in the building. Shout out to Joseph in the building. Let me know, guys, if you guys got any questions for me or anything like that. I can go ahead and get into it, man. And talk with you guys. Have you guys seen the Khalees video with Earn Your Leisure? You guys aware that Khalees has bought 150 acres of land in Kenya and about to purchase another 150 acres? Very, very interesting. I think what she's doing over there is absolutely amazing.
Here, it goes from the Jordan all the way to Mozambique. It's an amazing lookout point. And of course, that's Mount Longano over there, which is actually where we're going. Taking him home.
That part.
Okay, so we're pulling in, we're here. I am praying for the giraffes to be out today. Wow. We're walking on my land, and it's amazing because literally everybody's out today. So I'm very excited about that.
I'm surprised they haven't tried to turn it into like a safari or something.
Well, they do, but they do game drives here, which is why I was like, you know, everything you're going to see, you'll pretty much see here. The only thing that we don't have here or that I haven't seen are rhinos. Most of the big five will be out here. But yeah, just like they're just free. They're just wild.
They're not dangerous at all.
I mean, they're all wild animals, so I'm not going to say they're not dangerous at all. They're not aggressive.
They're not a threat.
No. These giant things dancing.
1, 2.
Tell us about what's happening here and what's going to be coming.
So this is the Great Rift Valley.
So definitely want to tap into a video about that. You did that in record time. squid.
Fuck. I forgot my orchid. I have an orchid. I got an orchid today and I left it at work. I just thought about that.
Oh,
Shite.
All right. Back to Lusaka.
We'll explore Zambia's capital, Lusaka. Whether it's history and culture, the city's epic nightlife, or munching yourself into local Matabeto food heaven, Lusaka is an underrated contender for best city trip in Africa.
Oh, that's big talk right there.
Part 2 of my Zambia series will focus on Livingstone. Why it could also be called Chuma and Susi Town, the mighty Zambezi River, and the world famous Musi Utuna, the smoke that thunders.
Hold on, no, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're not gonna breeze over that. She getting a like and the subscribe off the E.
Yeah.
Hold on, and a round of applause. What are we talking about, man? I love when we just all come together with common sense.
Yeah.
Call it what it actually is. Call it its actual name, and I love it, man. So yeah, Mosi Ontunya. Khalid said the same thing. Like, yeah, everybody's on the same wavelength. When we pull up to Zambia, Zimbabwe, that's what we calling it. We're not calling it that other name that they decide to give it to it. That's crazy. But yeah.
And the world famous Musi Utuna, the smoke that thunders. All part of another epic African bush camps adventure. One of my all-time favorite black-owned hotels. Are you ready?
That's another thing. Going to black-owned hotel.
Very intentional. I like this.
My friend Sebo and I flew to Lusaka from Joburg, South Africa. It's only a 2-hour flight. The climate is similar to South Africa, so you might want to avoid the cold winter months around June and July. We traveled in October, which was perfect. Zambia is a landlocked country at the nexus between Southern, Central, and East Africa. We arrived safely at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport. The new terminal only opened in 2021. Super modern and clean. I got the Kaza Uni visa for $50, which allows you to enter both Zambia and Zimbabwe. Ta-da! Our home away from home in Lusaka, the Cubes. These are serviced apartments, which was great for the apartment vibe. We stayed in the 2-bedroom cube. This cost us around $120 per night for the entire place. The African-inspired details were lovely. Everything from Fela Kuti to Patrice Lumumba on the walls.
Tiger was popping.
Welcome to
our apartment. Jiggy, JJ.
We are in Lusaka. We arrived in Zambia today, and this is my country number 20, so I'm so excited. And we are at the Cubes. Let's give it 10. Oh yeah, do you see the cube? Do you see the cube? I thought we were turning together. No, we are loving Zambia so far. It's very hot.
Yeah, so Africa has 54 countries, and she said this is her 20th African country out of the 54. So,
damn, that's a great,
Yeah. Now I ain't gonna lie, there's some countries.
I don't know if she's gonna make a Congo.
She might. I mean, okay. Any Congolese people in the building? Shout out to y'all. But I'm hearing. I think this depends on where you're coming from as well too, and where you're going specifically. But
yeah.
I think you can still enter the Congo.
And do what?
The Congo has
what?
A lot, actually. It does have a lot. Like it's not just all war. Like that's what they give it.
No. I mean, but what?
Yeah.
Else?
What else? So it also, the Congo is home to the second largest.
Are we triggering something?
Yeah, we are. This is like the Congo does have the second largest rainforest in the world after Brazil.
Deadly creatures.
It is a jungle for sure.
Okay.
It is definitely a jungle.
Oh, that's mostly jungle. I've seen it on the map.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of jungle, but they do have a city as well too. There's cities in the Congo as well, and you know, people in Africa.
Okay, all right,
Screen's
all
going
right,
black.
all right.
Relax.
No more.
I was thinking more so Somalia might be more of an issue.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah,
I'm the captain now.
Yeah. I don't know about Somalia, man. Sudan got some issues going on right now too. I don't know. There's a few countries that I know there might be some issues, but she's South African, so I don't know. They might have.
Oh.
Well, at least they came from South Africa. I'm not 100% sure.
Is she?
Don't do it.
A little bit windy, and we're just getting ready to go to a wine tasting. We just want the vibes.
I need to focus on the road.
Designated driver.
We drove a little outside of town to Lilai Lodge for the wine tasting. This is a really pretty hotel and restaurant set in a private game reserve.
We made it to the wine tasting.
It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful, right?
It is stunning.
And the vibe is actually still,
Yeah, there's still a vibe.
So yeah, we have the setup here. But we're also looking to get some food because we're still hungry. Even though we had some nando.
The wine and food tasting cost around $40 per person. Mind you though, the food was on a very small portion side of things. Not gonna lie, I was happy that we stopped at Nando's before. The venue alone is worth a visit though. Make sure to come before sunset. We didn't quite manage.
Okay, so
in the
you're
end, there
there for
were
the vibes,
zebras
not to
around. We couldn't
get
really
full.
see the place properly, which was a bit of a bummer because it was so beautiful. Let's talk about nightlife in Lusaka.
Let's talk about it.
Oh my days. Lusaka left no crumbs. This place, Chicago's, was such a vibe. From the setting, to the music, to the people, making friends with the people at the table next to you, all that kind of stuff. Just pure good vibes.
Shout out to her editor. She doesn't edit herself.
We did try a second spot that night. A little more polished, more bougie. This is Cartel's, but Chicago's was definitely more our vibe. Nonetheless, the night was epic.
Hey, good morning. Well, afternoon actually, because we were out. It's Lusaka day 2. So we're in Lusaka. It's day 2, and we're with the hostess, Carol, aka Mensch. My very, very good friend and Dada. We used to work together in South Africa. I miss her very much. She moved to Zambia. But now that means you get to show us around.
Yes, you get to be the official host of both Lusaka and Livingston, right? You're going to show us around Livingston?
I'm going to try my best, guys. I hope I don't disappoint you.
Oh, you already delivered.
Last night? I mean, did you see the material? Did you see the material?
No, I'm happy you guys loved it.
We loved it. Yeah. And now we really need food after last night. Right. So where are we going?
We're going to be Prime Joints. It's good vibes, guys. Good food. That's all we need for today.
Exactly.
Also, Prime Joints, you should pay us for this little ad, okay? Hope you deliver.
A few moments later.
Oh wow, it's like okay, Prime Joint closed.
Let me tell you, we have been out of the house since 1:30 trying to get food. And we were supposed to go to... No. No, the next domain place. Prime Joint. Prime Joint is closed. We came here. Let's just say that. And then now we finally go into the place that we wanted to go to, which is called Granddaddy. And I'm so excited. So join us when we go.
First, we had to stop by an important landmark, Lusaka's Freedom Statue. Zambia gained independence from the United Kingdom in 1964. The Freedom Statue is inspired by an actual freedom fighter, Zanku Mpundu Mutembo, who was arrested by colonial forces, put in chains, and told to break them or die. Can you guess what happened next? The story is immortalized by the Freedom Statue.
Oh, what?
Then, it was finally time for Granddaddies.
Granddaddies. Welcome to Granddaddies, Dada and Saber. I hope you love it.
Yo, guys, Granddaddies was that spot. Such a vibe, good music, great for people watching, black joy all around. Oh, and don't get me started on the food. Don't you dare leave Lusaka with...
Yeah, let me see. Who's the name?
Put in chains and told to break them or die. Can you guess what happened next?
To freedom!
Freedom Statue. Zambia gained independence from the United Kingdom in 1964. The Freedom Statue is inspired by an actual freedom fighter, Zanku Mpundu Mutembo.
He's still alive.
Oh shoot, is he?
I seen a picture that was in color.
The Freedom Statue is inspired by an actual freedom fighter, Zanku Mpundu Mutembo.
Zaku Pundu Dutengo.
Somebody in the comments, can y'all? What's his name, please?
Yeah, put it in there. So if you guys know who the person is in the chat, can you put it in there so I can copy and paste it? We definitely want to learn more about him. So
It was the look of disappointment.
Yo, guys, Granddaddy's was that spot all around. Oh, and don't get me started on food. Don't you dare leave Lusaka without trying the chicken at Granddaddy's.
Okay, we're at Granddaddy's, and the vibe is actually pretty cool. It's like a mix of people watching sports vibes.
And the food is so good. The food is super, super good. I love this place.
Okay, let's eat it.
That's a hell of a way to go. Like, I'm thinking, I'm like, I started teaching forever, and I only ate when I left the country or on vacation. That's good balance right there.
I was thinking the same thing. Like while I'm doing this juice fast, so like, you know, maybe on occasion. Like I think as long as if I'm like 80%, 90% eating right, and then for occasions,
Especially
if I go
if you
out,
like out the country, yeah.
Yeah, experience the food. The only thing is that my stomach may not accept it as well anymore because I'm gonna be away from it for so long. But I don't know. We'll see.
Guess we'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
Mic check 1 2.
1 2.
Day 3 in Lusaka.
Another day, another vlog.
You're here with us. So it's still morning officially.
Yes, it's 11:03.
Yes, but it seems like we missed our breakfast window. We were trying to find breakfast, but haven't managed yet, so we're still on the hunt. But we discovered this beautiful place called Latitude 15. It's a hotel with so much style.
Beautiful interior. Taste level is amazing. Yeah, I mean, we wanted to stay here.
Let's not open that chapter.
But yeah, we wanted to stay at this place. It's so beautiful.
It is.
But we opted for a different place that is also so beautiful. But now we're like, damn.
Yeah, we should just at least one night.
Yes.
But you can learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a cute spot in Lusaka, that's a little on the pricier side, but still very, like, I think being here now, definitely value for money.
Yeah.
You could check out Latitude 15. We had
touches,
coffee.
Yeah, coffee was good, really, even though we didn't eat. Sybil had iced coffee. I had like a cappuccino. They even have almond milk for, you know, my fellow lactose intolerant folks, which is often not so easy to come by in different African countries. So happy that they had it. Yeah, and the touches are so nice. Really, it's giving like African excellence.
We're gonna show it just now.
Yeah.
We'll show you a little bit of it.
Roll in the B-roll.
You know, my ADHD just always kicking my ass. I have that. If you throw a bunch of almonds in your juicer, will that make almond milk?
Yeah, so they actually do have a milker. This is a weird name. They have a actual machine designed to make nut milk. So, yeah.
I'm just childish.
No, you good. Like they have cashew milk, almond milk.
Isn't this a machine that you just throw them in there? I guess they can't be roasted.
You might be able to roasted almond milk. Why not?
Because I feel like once you roast them, it dries them out.
It does take a lot of nutrients out. Yeah. So I don't know. But I haven't graduated.
So
to that version
theoretically,
yet, but yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah. They
probably won't get a lot, but.
I mean, I've seen some people do it. Like they make like dressings from it, creams from it. Like they do a lot of things.
Knew what rabbit hole to go down in my later on tonight.
Yeah, ever since I've been doing this fast, I've been seeing a whole new world.
I seen that lady put the whole pineapple in there, and I was like, "Oh yeah,
no, I don't trust her." Clean your fruit. Anyway, my bad, y'all. Get back to the video. Shout out to Zambia. This artwork and everything.
Okay, we finally made it for breakfast.
And I finally have a good coffee that I can drink.
Yes, we're at Mint Active. Carol recommended this place among other places. And we're actually really happy. It's more of like a healthy place, so they have fresh juices.
They have an active like gym and a sports field next to it.
No, it's really nice actually.
Yeah.
We're enjoying. We'll show you the food just now.
Some avocado toast? Oh my god. Never thought I would.
One of our final sightseeing spots was Lusaka National Museum. Opened in 1996, the museum covers Zambia's cultural and political history. The lower gallery featured a cool photography exhibit capturing different angles of the country. The Queen had just passed away. There was also a little pop-up exhibit about her relationship with Zambia.
I think they're queen.
That is Queen Victoria.
Oh, I mean.
The upper floor features information about Zambian culture and the struggle for independence. One of my favorite installments was this grand depiction of life in the village. Look at these girls playing, men gathering for a meeting outside, women preparing food. The wise man teaching the younger generation. I loved it so much. Another great special exhibit was on Kenneth Kaunda, Zambia's first president who also played a key role in the fight for Southern Africa's independence. The entrance fee is $5 per person. If you're interested, make sure to ask for a guide. We only found out later that we could have had this lovely gentleman as a private tour guide throughout the museum, and apparently this is included in the price. The last order of business before leaving Lusaka was trying mate beto, which is a traditional buffet. You have a variety of choices from oxtail and fish to chicken. You must try the Zambian version of ugali or pap as well.
And what was this called?
Shima.
What is this shima?
I thought it was something different. But rolla. So it's shima, that's for breakfast, and rolla. So breakfast is
That's the one we had.
The one you guys had, and then rolla is like a healthier version.
Okay. Nice.
Depending on what options you go for, we paid an average of $60 per person at this place. I had the chicken, and it was so yummy. And this, my dear friends, concludes part 1 of my Zambia series. I hope that this video made you consider Lusaka as a cool city getaway option. Stay tuned for part 2 on Livingston and our African bush camps adventure, including the Zambezi River, Mosi Otunya, and Devil's Pool.
I didn't die. Hey guys, come over here.
Tell you who wouldn't be on that job. Shout out to Sarah Jabril. Great video, amazing quality. This is exactly what I was looking for. Something that gives us a little bit more insight on the country of Zambia, the city of Lusaka. You know, things to do there, what it's like, and stuff like that. So this was actually a really good video. So I really appreciate her. She did a really phenomenal job, man. So shout out to her. All the Zambians in the comments, if you guys like more videos like this, or if you guys, I'm sure you guys know, I'm sure you guys know of some other videos for us to check out. I'm definitely interested. Like Zambia is shot up right into my top 5 of countries that I want to visit and travel to. Like I've already been to Africa 3 times. I definitely plan to keep coming back. So Zambia is definitely high on my list now after doing some of my own research and stuff. But yeah, Carmen, got any extra words for the people here?
Mosi Tunya.
Mosi Otunya.
Mosi Otunya. I wonder. That's definitely like that alone is the reason. Like one of the main reasons I have to go. To go. That's like top 5 bucket list.
Thanks. His name is Zanko Mutumba. Where have you been? We've been in America. We still post every day too. But let's see if we can find that freedom fighter. Is that the name? Zanko.
Where'd you see that?
So this is on Twitch. This is the Twitch comment.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
This whole time I thought that was here.
Oh, so they're both here, but this is just the YouTube comments.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm trying to do better. With seeing both.
I always thought
hard.
they all came up right there.
Sometimes it does. You know.
Oh.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it don't. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I see you, brother. I appreciate it.
Hey, Twitch.
What's up? What's poppin', Twitch? Kai, why didn't you invite me to the Streamer University, bro? Come on, man. Top Hill wanted to pull up.
Right.
You know
Pool party.
We got to do an African diaspora class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Zanko was a Zambian freedom fighter who served as a national youth chairperson. He is the man depicted on the Zambian freedom
he died
statue.
recently.
Yeah, he sure did in 2021. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to that man.
Did they make a movie about him yet?
If they haven't, they need to.
Yeah, it's all these. There's so many great stories out here, and then here we are recycling movies.
Right. There's a lot of stories to be told. You know what? And there's another Queen Nzinga of Angola. I really want to do a video on that as well too. They did a really good documentary on her on Netflix. It's called African Queens and Warriors or something like that. I think I mentioned it before, but an incredible story about her and Angola's independence as well too. So shout out to Steiger. So he said that he was close. The woman that we just reacted to, Sarah, she is German with East African roots. She's been traveling Africa with the goal of visiting all 54 countries. Yeah, shout out to her. Definitely locked in now. We're subscribed and we like the channel, so hopefully we'd love to see more videos from her. She does an amazing job with the editing and stuff like that too. It makes it very entertaining. So yeah, another round of applause for her, man. All right. Next up.
This looks mighty European.
So I saw that this came up on my feed. I better. It sure is, ain't it? Damn.
You guys know how Monty feels about the French.
Goddamn French. Okay, so this is why Kenya is impossible to invade. This is from Battle Hub. I thought that this was very interesting because I've been to Kenya. I traveled to Kenya, stayed there for a couple of days, completely fell in love with the country and the people. And it's one of the countries that I'm most likely definitely to return to, if not to also invest in, reside in for some time, wherever. I thought this was curious. Like, why is Kenya impossible to invade? So I would like to know why they think so and what makes Kenya a strong...
A force to be reckoned with.
Exactly. So, if you guys are new here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel.
I have to ask. Before we start the video.
Sure.
What are some reasons you might think?
Some reasons why I think Kenya is impossible to invade. Honestly, I don't know. Because their landscape is amazing. Like, they have pretty much everything from volcanoes to mountains to beach, like to lakes, vast savannas for wildlife and stuff like that.
Can we look at the surrounding countries real quick?
Sure, absolutely. I love to look at a good map. So here's Kenya.
Yeah. Okay, I have some theories.
Yeah. So, Kenya is very close to Ethiopia, and one of the main reasons why Ethiopia...
And she ain't going.
Right. One of the main reasons why it was so hard for them to colonize Ethiopia is because of the high mountain ranges and stuff like that and the terrain. The Ethiopians were able to use the terrain to defend themselves. Mm-hmm. Now, Kenya, I guess it possibly has some of that as well, too. I mean, I know you have Mount Kilimanjaro over here next to Tanzania is right on the line right here. You have up here is where all the higher lands are. Like Nairobi is a city a mile high above sea level. So like it's like Denver here in America.
Jesus, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's really, really high up. So it's a very biodiverse country. It has a little bit of everything for whatever thing you need. You know what I mean? So
okay, so what about on the ocean side? Like, what's the neighboring? So you got some ways to go.
Yeah, so I mean, Mombasa is like their second biggest city, if I'm not mistaken, and a really popular beach town. You have Lamu up to the north and Diani to the south. The countries that it borders is Tanzania to the south and Somalia.
Yeah, I was gonna say that You ain't getting through there.
Yeah,
That's a war in itself.
Yeah, I mean it's unstable. But most militaries will use corrupt nations to take advantage. So I don't know. Somalia might be an issue, but you got Ethiopia to the north, Uganda to the west, South Sudan. I don't know. It's interesting.
Okay. All right.
Very interesting. Very curious to know what this video is about. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Let's get into it.
History is filled with epic military blunders. Napoleon invading Russia, Hitler invading Russia, pretty much anyone invading Russia, really. But today, we ask a bold, dangerous, laughably ridiculous question. What if someone tried to invade Kenya? Short answer, don't. Long answer. Let's dive in. Kenya's Defense Forces, KDF, are not your run-of-the-mill neighborhood patrol. These folks are rocking modern equipment like T-72 tanks, Humvees, F-5 Tiger jets, and artillery that'll make your ears ring in 3 time zones. Also, drones. You know, the kind that sees you before you even decide to do something suspicious. Good luck sneaking in. You think you're gonna pull up with your little inflatable boat? No, not here, not now, and definitely not in Kenya. This ain't the UK. The KDF already has your GPS coordinates, tea is brewing, and they're about to ruin your entire invasion plan before lunch. With around 24,000 active personnel and a hefty reserve force, Kenya's military isn't massive by global standards. But here's the twist. They're well-trained, highly motivated, and know every inch of their turf. Kenyan troops receive rigorous training both domestically and abroad. From jungle warfare to urban combat, these soldiers are taught to adapt to...
Kenya's president have joined forces.
Oh man, that would be
the
something.
revolution that we need.
That would be something.
And Ethiopia.
Yeah. Okay. Very interesting. Like, okay, I do know that they call Kenya the tech hub of East Africa. Like, it's the financial hub and tech hub. So it makes sense that they will have advanced drones and stuff like that. Like, that makes sense. On top of that, too, I forgot that Kenya actually, the United Nations actually asked Kenya to step in to assist with Haiti. It just dawned on me. Remember when we were talking about barbecue? The UN sent Kenya.
Please get these niggas.
Yeah, they sent Kenya over to Haiti.
I got barbecue.
We gotta get over to Haiti too. That's a
update?
It's a long-awaited.
Any update, chat?
Long-awaited episode. How about the type of Haitian barbecue?
Jimmy Cherizar.
Said he would consider ceasefire. That was
I'll consider it.
All right. Well, anyway. Yeah. But I do know that Kenya is involved in that too. So that's interesting. And maybe in exchange, they get assistance from other countries too. I don't know. I don't know too much, but trying to learn.
Any scenario, terrain, or poor decision an invader might make. And let's not forget the special forces. These elite units are the kind of professionals who don't just walk into a room, they own it. Plus, Kenyan forces regularly train with foreign allies, US Marines, British SAS, you name it. These joint exercises aren't for show, they sharpen the KDF's tactical edge. These soldiers aren't just trained to fight, they're trained to win and look cool doing it. Ever seen a Kenyan Marine disarm a threat, reload, and pose like it's a Vogue shoot? Now you have. Try invading a country with dense rainforests, scorching deserts, mountain ranges, swamps, and a 536-kilometer coastline that's basically a tourist trap full of camouflaged soldiers. Seriously, Kenya has the kind of terrain that says, go ahead, try me, while casually sipping coconut water. You want to come from the east? Welcome to the Indian Ocean, where your ships are sitting ducks for coastal artillery and naval patrols. Try the north? That's semi-arid, blistering hot, and oh yeah, patrolled by guys who know the land better than Google Maps. From the west, you'll have to cross the hills of western Kenya, the thick Kakamega forest, and more elevation changes than a roller coaster built by a caffeinated engineer. And don't even think about trying Mount Kenya. Not only is it freezing and treacherous, but it's basically a natural watchtower for any smart sniper with a sense of humor. Trying to bring heavy equipment through this place is like dragging a sofa through an...
Who would think that this is Kenya? Like, this thing is in Kenya.
They have, like, the desert, the beaches, and the Arctic?
Yeah, they got everything, man. Is that a freaking
house? Like, what is that?
What is going on?
A little base?
What is happening?
Is the mountain hollow?
Ark of the Covenant is in there?
Obstacle course designed by sadistic geographers. Plus, every part of Kenya has strategic choke points, mountain passes that can be ambushed, valleys with perfect artillery coverage, and roads that vanish in the rain like your ex's promises.
And lions.
Add in wildlife that doesn't care about your global politics.
I called it.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
Rhinos,
they think the lions
aggressive,
are people?
elephants, unpredictable. Hippos, statistically more dangerous than most invading armies. And baboons? They'll steal your rations and your pride. Kenya's geography is the real MVP here. Nature itself will slap you with a go home before the army even gets involved. Kenya's military isn't just tough, it's seasoned. These folks have seen action. From fighting al-Shabaab terrorists in Somalia to leading peacekeeping missions in South Sudan and the DRC, Kenya has turned battlefield experience into an art form. The KDF has been part of AMISOM, UN missions, and regional coalitions. This means their troops know how to operate under pressure, in complex environments, and as part of multinational operations. They're not just defending Kenya, they've defended others too. And let's not forget the friends list. Kenya has strong military partnerships with the US, UK, and other NATO allies. That's right, try invading Kenya, and suddenly you're not just fighting Kenyans. You're fighting Kenyans and their very muscular friends with GPS-guided presence. Plus, Kenya has a working relationship with Israel on counterterrorism and intelligence. So if you're trying to sneak in, there's probably a satellite already watching you fail. Here's the thing, Kenyans don't back down. Ever. The spirit of Harambee, pulling together, isn't just a slogan, it's a way of life. From the guy selling roasted maize on the street to the elite forces in uniform, everyone becomes part of the resistance when Kenya is threatened. These are the same people who laugh in the face of power blackouts and potholes the size of swimming pools. If they can survive Nairobi traffic, they can survive anything. Try to invade, and you'll be met with resistance, memes, and possibly a cooking pot flying at your head. Kenyan morale is bulletproof. Whether it's cheering for Eliud Kipchoge or roasting politicians on Twitter, there's a powerful sense of national pride that cannot be broken. They don't wait for instructions, they rally. Even the grandmas will be out there hiding landmines and flower beds if things get serious. And don't expect psychological warfare to work either. You might drop leaflets, Kenyans will fold them into paper planes and fly them back with messages like, "This isn't your safari, champ." Your tank might make it past the border, but have you ever been shouted at in Kiswahili by a furious Boda Boda rider? That's psychological warfare right there. Let's say you're still considering it. Bold. But let's break down the real costs, shall we? First, you're not just invading a country, you're entering the boss level of logistics. Kenya's terrain will eat your supply lines alive. You'll need fuel convoys with enough petrol to power half of Europe, food shipments that can handle everything from desert heat to highland rains, and mosquito nets rated for creatures that laugh at DEET. Oh, and good luck navigating.
Oh my God.
Google Maps might show you a highway, but surprise! It's actually a goat trail. Your tanks will get stuck behind Boda Bodas dodging potholes like they're playing Mario Kart. And don't even get started on Nairobi traffic. You'll spend more time waiting in gridlock than engaging in combat. Imagine your elite strike force.
Alright, what year was this? This was a month ago?
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Arriving late to the battlefield because of a zebra crossing protest. Iconic. Communications? Spotty. Morale? Crumbling. And then there's the WhatsApp messages from home asking why your army is trending on Twitter for losing a hill to a group of determined farmers armed with slingshots and national pride. Also, supply drops by air? Good luck with that. Kenyan air defense has been practicing. One moment you're delivering reinforcements, the next you're starring in a YouTube clip titled, "When GPS Goes Wrong." And if you think you can just set up base and relax, think again. That quiet village you parked in, it's now an unofficial battleground. And the local women have already stolen your rations, outwitted your guards, and replaced your flag with a kikoi. Bottom line, invading Kenya isn't just expensive. It's the kind of logistical disaster that makes generals retire early and historians laugh out loud. Kenya is going high-tech, baby. Night vision, UAVs, digital command systems. And yes, there's probably a guy in Nairobi right now testing a cyber defense system while simultaneously live streaming and roasting your invasion attempt on TikTok. Kenya doesn't have high-tech stuff. Okay, tell that to the satellite tracking your troop movements in 4K. Kenya isn't just a country, it's a vibe. 40+ ethnic groups, one identity, unbreakable. Communities pull together fast. Everyone knows someone who knows someone in the army. Every invader thinks it'll be easy, right before they meet a Maasai warrior who hasn't blinked since 2000.
I was just about to say, he almost forgot about the Maasai Mara tribe right here. Like, so when I was staying in my resort in Diani, they don't have security. They have them. That's security.
What?
At the resort. Like, yeah, like I met a couple of them. They were just like, yeah, man, we patrol the area and, you know, make sure, like, things are good. Like, I was on the beach and somebody was trying to sell me some coconuts and one of them pulled up and was just like,
you good?
You good? And I was like, oh, shit. But, yeah, they don't play. They don't play at all, man. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to...
What was it 6 for?
Huh?
Niggas for stabbing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my God. Who is these niggas?
That's the Maasai, man. It's the Maasai tribe.
Please tell me more.
Yo,
this
Kenya.
picture hard as hell. Like,
yeah, no, this is fire. This is like an album cover right
nah,
here.
For
like,
real.
This is dope. But no,
Kendrick.
They're super intelligent, super dope. And they just have like a protective instinct. They work with, I know at least in the coast side, there it's a lot more of them on the coast side than like in Nairobi and stuff like that. But yeah, like they security, and so yeah, you gotta deal with the military and you gotta deal with them.
Yeah, they fuck around and find out people.
Yeah. You don't want no smoke with the Maasai, man. Leave them alone.
2004. Fun fact, Kenya has a military camel unit,
what?
camels. They patrol deserts with guns. Imagine being to all would-be invaders out there, Kenya is not your playground. It's a fortress, a family, and a tea. And remember, you don't mess with Kenya, period.
Color your everyday with Raycon.
All right.
Carbon black earbuds
Okay,
to protect.
Okay, please stop. YouTube lag is be blowing me. Okay, round of applause.
I'm taking back.
History is filled with epic military blunders.
Yeah.
Napoleon invaded.
Like clearly, I could tell that this video is meant to be funny but entertaining at the same time. A lot of this is true, man. Like I didn't know how technologically advanced that they were in their military.
I didn't either.
But that's good to know. I mean,
I didn't know they were our allies.
Oh yeah. I kind of knew that already. They speak English, there's something.
King is selling me. I don't know,
bro. Like Kenya,
more and more reasons.
Carmen, when you get to Kenya and you meet the people, it's like you can't find that everywhere. You know what I mean? When you go to another country, like they don't look at you as, they look at you like family. They look at you like, okay, yeah, you're black. You're just an African who lives in America. We know about your history. Like I think what helps with Kenya and Black Americans coming over, like there's a familiarity. There's like they have an understanding and knowledge about what happened. There's a lot of other countries who never knew about the Atlantic slave trade or why is it important or anything like that. They see us as separate, but Kenyans always see it like, yeah, welcome home. Glad you made it, and let me show you around. Like, yeah. Shout out to Kenya, man. You guys already know how I feel about you guys. It's yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, yeah.
Wait till I get mine. I'm gonna be like, represent.
Right. Yeah, and that national pride is real, man. Like, I mean, it's true. So, like I said, I was watching some docu recently where some of the Maasai had to defend their cattle against some lions. So I trust they have no fear. Yeah, oh yeah, they ain't scared of no lion. The Maasai, they ain't scared of no lion. Like, yeah, nah, man, don't play with it. All right, shout out to Kenya, man.
I'm intrigued. I would like to know what that little secret naval base they tried to hurry up and speed past was.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of stuff. All right. Speaking of defending lands and countries and things.
Oh.
Shout out to.
Don't cut the stream.
Right. Don't cut our. Yeah. All right. We might get flagged again. I don't care. Too important. Shout out to Ibrahim Traore. Shout out to the country of Burkina Faso. We've done a lot more research, have a much better understanding of who the man is, what the country is all about, and how much love the people have for their president. It's kind of unprecedented to see that many people love their president, their leader. We watched the video from Walter Maya before. Make sure you guys go check that out. Yeah. And now I want to see another creator.
We haven't seen Steven in a while.
We haven't seen our guy Steven in a minute, man. And Steven typically is a little bit more how do I put this? PG?
Yeah.
With his
good
content.
Vibes.
Yeah, very good vibes and stuff like that.
High vibrational.
Yeah. So I definitely am curious to hear what his thoughts is about this country. I don't want to just hear one perspective. I want to see all y'all's perspectives for traveling there. So I think it's a great. I think that the African influencers are doing an amazing job by covering this and doing this, because by the time it gets to the West or America or the UK or whatever, like it's going through BBC and CNN and stuff like that, and they got to filter it to tell us what they want us to tell us. So to get it straight from you guys is very important. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. This is from Stephen Nduku, finally visiting Ibrahim Traore to investigate Burkina Faso, part 1.
Is he visiting Ibrahim? Because I was about to say, that man is elusive.
They say it's there impossible, according to Wodamaya. So we'll see. Did he actually get to meet him or not? Let's get into it. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Let's get into it.
An uncle of mine decided to relocate to Burkina Faso in search of a better life. I was like, what? Huh? Who really relocates to Burkina Faso in search of greener pasture? Because all I knew about this country is multiple military coups and terrorism. Why is the world suddenly paying attention to this once forgotten nation located in the heart of West Africa?
Captain Ibrahim Traore.
Captain Ibrahim Traore, President of Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore.
It is all because of this 34-year-old captain who seized power in a coup and is now Africa's youngest leader. He kicked out the French, rejected IMF loans, and formed a military alliance that is shaking the foundations of global power. As an African creator passionate about promoting Africa, this is music to my ears. But then, why does wasting leaders want him dead?
18 times there had been attempts to kill him by snipers, poison, explosives, even undercover agents. All had failed.
Here's the truth. Africa is
because my boy Ibrahim ain't going.
He ain't going like that.
About gold, iron, oil, cobalt, lithium, and rare earth materials used for the production of batteries for the electric vehicles that we see, and it's also used to power all of your smartphones.
Imagine how that went.
And that's why
you eat it first. You take a drink first.
That's why we mentioned, like, you gotta keep his circle strong, man, and that's why it's so important that his country loves him the way that he does, and the people around him, like, because the way they're gonna try to get to him through the people who are closest to him.
Exactly.
You know?
But we've seen this story so many times. It's like, but they're gonna come up with more like creative ways.
Yeah. Well, it was very interesting. Trump. I saw this recently. Oh, never mind. It's AI. So, allegedly, because I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently Trump's delegation goes to Burkina Faso. It says promises to rebuild ties based on respect. So according to allegedly, I'm gonna just say allegedly, because right now I don't trust all of the news sources that we get, but I have seen reports that Trump's administration tried or is trying to work to build relations. Let me see if I can find a reputable source. White House press release: President Trump announces President delegation to attend inauguration of his excellency. President Burkina. That was before. That was the old one. Yeah, I don't know if it's real or not.
The words to come out the horse's mouth.
Right. That's 2017. Yeah. So I don't know, but there's rumors that happened, but I don't know if it's real or not. With AI, fake news, all that kind of stuff.
This is ignore manipulated video of President Trump claiming.
Yeah, this is old though. This is from 2024 or something.
No,
like that.
I'm talking about top right corner.
Ignore manipulated video of U.S. President Trump claiming Africa's minerals called Burkina Faso. Oh, this is another video that was fake.
Old news.
Yeah. What I'm trying to find out is if Trump actually sent his delegation to Burkina Faso to help build relations or not. That's the news that I saw, but I just don't know if it's real. But we'll see. Because I never heard of APA news before. Trump envoy visits Ouagadougou. Anyway. But like we said, Burkina Faso is building their country their way, and for whatever reason, the United States, the West, are terrified, especially since Captain Ibrahim Traore went to Russia and
they said, hey,
and actually spoke with Putin. Like, and the way, matter of fact,
do we have a video of that?
Oh yeah, we do. Absolutely, we do. Hold on, guys.
I should have brought some popcorn.
All right, let me show. What the heck is that? All right. Ibrahim Traore. I know I'm spelling his name wrong. Lo siento.
And I would just like to say, once again, this man is extremely well-spoken.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the right... Yeah, this is it.
This is like a movie scene.
Right. And the actual respect that they gave him, you know what I mean?
What's the security look like in that building?
Right.
I'd be shitting bricks.
The president greeted them. Everybody stands. Like they're showing mutual respect to each country.
I didn't know Putin was short. Oh, should have said that out loud.
Уважаемый господин президент,
Mr. President, friends, we are very glad to see you. And first of all, I would like to thank you once again for making this decision to participate in the
So,
does Putin not speak English?
So basically, they speak Russian. Ibrahim, their native language, well, not their native language, but their colonized language is French. So I know Ibrahim Traore speaks French and English.
Mm-hmm.
Putin, I think, only speaks Russian. I don't even know if he knows English for real.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would think that he
You would think that.
Yeah, I would think that he does, but now that I notice it, because I remember there was an interview that he did too with.
I was thinking, I was like, I thought I seen videos of him talking, but it might have been a translator.
I think it was a translator because he did I think it was Tucker Carlson or something like that. He did an interview and he was speaking Russian, and I think there was a translator there too. So they have earpieces that automatically translate the language for them. So while Putin is speaking,
commemorative events to honor the with the anti-Hitler coalition forces under the guidance, under the leadership of legendary Frenchman Charles de Gaulle. And now we are united by our joint goal to fight against.
Oh yeah, my translator up. Like, yep. So they leave it up to me.
Right. So this happened 4 weeks ago. This came actually from the Kremlin, like their official account. So this is them meeting the president. So basically, they're talking relations. You know what I mean? Okay. I don't know. Do you want to watch it?
I kind of want to watch it.
Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's finish the Steven video.
Okay.
And then we'll come
Circle
back
to this. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Let's get back into it. Yeah, let's get into it.
But yet, most of the African countries where these materials are excavated from are among the poorest in the world. This is a child working in a gold mine in Burkina Faso. Now, the gold that this child crawled into a tunnel to extract mostly end up in the coffers of the French state. For many years now, many multinational corporations and foreign powers have been sucking up the African country dry. They are extracting Africa's wealth without building long-term prosperity for us. They are scooping up all of the lithium, they're scooping up all of the cobalt, and while these African countries don't get caught from the proceeds of these raw materials, further impoverishing their former colony. Now, this is a term called neo-colonialism, and Ibrahim Traore doesn't subscribe to this nonsense, and I guess that is why they want to take him out.
President Captain Ibrahim Traore has reportedly
I take back everything I said about Stephen.
another
He wants to
assassination
smoke in this
attempt
video.
amidst growing
Shout out to you,
responsibility in his country.
If the day touch Ibrahim Traore, they will regret. We are ready to go and fight the Burkina Army Faso. Me, my old age, I will fight in the Burkina Faso Army. All these people follow me and we will fight in the Burkina Faso Army. They should dare try to touch Ibrahim Traore.
But everyone agrees Burkina Faso is developing under Traore. This is what is happening in Burkina Faso. This is why this country has been making headlines, and this is why Ibrahim Traore is feared by the Western government. Now, Ibrahim Traore took over power on September 30th, 2022. Military vehicles rode into Burkina Faso's capital, Ouagadougou, and before sunrise, a coup was underway, and that was the second one that year. Ibrahim Traore forcefully expelled the previous leader, Colonel Paul-Henri Damiba, who had been in power for only 8 months and considered incapable of fixing the country's problem.
As the day unfolded, a small crowd gathered celebrating the military takeover and the end of Paul-Henri Damiba's rule.
Damiba has been in power for 9 months. He has killed Burkina Faso. He has sold all of us. He's incompetent. The people will raise their voices to make him understand that they are heard.
His men stormed the national broadcaster and declared Traore the new leader of Burkina Faso. But he didn't just take over the country. He inherited a ticking time bomb, a nation at war, an economy in shambles, and a public desperate for change. He knew all of this. When Ibrahim Traore took over Burkina Faso, he promised not politics but progress. It has been 3 years since Traore took over the government, and the people of Burkina Faso seem happy with him to show he's somewhat delivering on his promises.
What do you love about Burkina Faso?
I love our president.
Your president?
Because our president is changing the narrative.
Are you trying to say that the country was not like this before he came into power?
Of course. I think it is the first president to come to give our dignity that we deserve.
I have right here a long list of all that President Ibrahim Traore is doing for his country. And the first would be in January of 2023. President Traore ordered the French troops to leave Burkina Faso. Within 1 month, all French development aid was halted. And then French media outlets like France 24 and the RFI, they were all suspended. In his words, it wasn't just a military move, it was a declaration of independence. Number 2, Burkina Faso has reduced dependency on IMF and the World Bank loans. Traore has criticized these institutions for first, funding ineffective NGOs, promoting economic slavery, and failing to stop terrorism or improve the life of an ordinary citizen. For decades, Burkina Faso's fate was shaped in Paris and at the IMF boardrooms, but Ibrahim Traore ripped off that script. He is burning bridges with the West and building new ones with Russia. This is why the people of Burkina Faso love this man. This is the first time I am seeing citizens of a country praise and worship their leader. This means he's doing something right. This love is not just in Burkina Faso, it is everywhere, in the Caribbean, in America, in Europe. People are hitting the streets with placards rooting for Traore.
Ibrahim Traore is not going to be like Gaddafi Amanda. We are going to stand in solidarity with Ibrahim Traore Amanda.
Guys, this is incredible. And as shown on Woody Meyer's video, some people sleep on the road to ensure the president's safety. Wow.
I heard that you all sleep on the streets just to protect your president.
Imagine they're sitting here and the president just passed and see them. That's gonna motivate the president. This is why they decided to go out and to be like, oh, if something happened in the country, they have to be alerted so they can react immediately in order to protect the president.
So, number 3, President Traore has cut ties with foreign companies involved in Burkina Faso's infrastructural developments like roads, airports. He's replacing them with locally equipped trained workers and also buying 1,000 machineries for them to use. This previously kept the people of Burkina poor. And number 4, President Traore has introduced policies to boost the local control over food production and processing. Number 5, he's pushing for state control over their own energy, particularly electricity, so they can reduce dependency on foreign suppliers. This is what the Western government don't like. Number 6, which is one of the most important, he's buying back the country's major gold mines. Emphasis on the word buying back because they were previously owned by foreign companies. I know as a military, ruler, he could have just taken it by force, but no, he didn't. He bought it. He paid $80 million for 2 of the country's gold mine, and he called that purchase reclaiming of national land from foreign ownership. What Burkina Faso is doing has started a revolution in Africa. We've now seen Ivory Coast and Senegal also pushing to remove foreign base from their territory. Niger has ended an agreement that allowed US personnel to operate in their country. And I envision in the near future, this theme will be spread across the African continent. Burkina Faso has now joined forces with Mali and Niger to form an alliance of Sahel states. They have all exited ECOWAS. So they are basically saying, we are done with Western influence and they want to be self-reliant. Members of the Sahel states are in talks of creating their own joint currency independent of the CFA franc used by 14 African countries and what Traore consider a colonial currency. They are also creating their own international passports to enhance ease of movement and trade within themselves, and a joint army for stronger military support. So this means an attack on one state is an attack on all states. Traore frames this as part of the Pan-African sovereignty movement. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I call a rebirth of the true African independence. This right here is the future, because why is a continent so rich in resources that can literally power the world with its rare earth minerals, but yet so poor? But then again, is history about to repeat itself? We have seen revolutionary leaders come and go. A lot of people see Ibrahim Traore as a reincarnation of Thomas Sankara, who also seized power through a coup and ruled from 1986. Thomas Sankara wore simplicity like an armor. He rode bikes to work and sold off all of the government fleets of luxury cars. He spoke of dignity through self-reliance because he was fed up with the corruption and foreign dependency. And you know what happened to him? Just 4 years later, he was assassinated. His policies were all reversed, and those French firms he expelled regained contracts for roads and airports in Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore's version of that message is somewhat similar. He has rejected salary as head of state, he has chosen to remain a captain when, of course, he can promote himself to general, and he has relaunched Air Burkina in 2024 to boost air connectivity.
This is one of the
I noticed this too. This just came out. So for them trying to claim that he's somebody who's after their own gold and stuff like that, his total net worth is $128,000. He rejected a salary increase. So somebody that like this who is maintaining his title and his income and focusing on just building the country and giving back to his country, what makes you think that he's trying to steal gold? This doesn't add up to the monster man that they're trying to.
They got to paint the narrative.
Yeah. So this is just somebody who just sees what true independence looks like for his country, doing it all the right, smart ways, collaborating with Mali and Niger, inspiring other African countries like Ivory Coast and Senegal. And also in the last video that you guys saw that we did, him going to the UN and talking about true Pan-Africanism. Like, why are we so reliant on these other? We have everything that we need here. Mm-hmm. Like, if something happens in Ethiopia, why are we all waiting around for America or France or Spain to come and fix our problem?
Especially when the continent itself, like they said, has all the resources to power the world.
Yeah.
If not, that's where most of the world's resources are coming from.
Yeah, they're stealing it, and leaving behind a mess while they're doing it. Like, there'll be one thing if they're trying to do business, legitimately.
Like building these countries as they're taking from them.
Exactly. Like, you would think that anybody with a moral compass would think to do that, but
moral compass.
Right. The more I keep thinking about like some of the companies like Firestone and Apple and stuff like that, who are just the things that they did to get rubber and to get cobalt and to get gold, like it's really disgusting and nobody talks about it. And you know what? Nope. I was about to say something else. I'm saving that for a Patreon episode because we're going to have to talk about really what's going on in Congo compared to. Never mind. Yeah. That's definitely going to get us canceled. Never mind. All right, let's get back to it.
Initiative of His Excellency to industrialize his country, hence an electric car manufacturing plant in the country. What most of us saw was just one model, which is the first ever model that was created in the country, that is called the Sahara. If you don't know, the Sahara region or the Sahara states made up of Burkina, Niger, and Mali.
And as someone who wants progress for his people, they want him dead. But it's important to mention, not all of these claims have been verified. I also heard his head of security was allegedly offered $5 million to assassinate Traore, but he rejected. Now, we don't know who offered him the money and whether this news is true or not. It is really hard to differentiate what is real and what is not in this day and age with AI. There are a lot of claims that he has cleared Burkina Faso's debt, that he has already made healthcare and education completely free. But I found an article on Voice of America News saying all of these are misleading claims. All these claims are not made by Traore himself, but by his supporters, which he has a lot of them. The false information I'm seeing online is cracking me. There are all of these AI-generated videos of musicians like R. Kelly, Lil Wayne, Rihanna, and Kanye West, all singing songs about Ibrahim Traore, when of course they aren't really singing. I mean, you could tell it's AI. What should we really believe now? But I think it is time I need to pack my bags and visit Burkina Faso for myself. So you guys, you should wait for a particular version of this video where I will probably explore Burkina Faso. So subscribe to the channel and wait for that episode. So I don't think this song is really working for us.
Okay, I'm like...
Now that's better. Now all of this music and sound effect I used in this video is from today's sponsor, Epidemic. It's made it very right here. Now watch your content.
Just slide that up in there.
He did rise to power in a coup. Traore rules not as a president, but a transitional military leader. And once again, I have a list of things he has been criticized for, all written here. So the first is he has suspended the constitution. He has dissolved the National Assembly. The military controls key ministry like defense, security, territorial administration, and intelligence. Number 2, he has postponed elections and avoid setting a firm date for elections. Civic society groups, opposition parties, and independent press have limited or no formal say in governance in the country. In the new Burkina Faso, the soldier's gun holds more power than the voter's ballot. Number 3, he has banned media and free speech in the country. And number 4, online spaces are closely monitored and state-aligned digital influencers promote only government narrative. So number 5, he has exited ECOWAS and
I don't know about that. Well, from the video that we saw, I mean, Wodamai was there, and it seemed like his people were speaking freely. Clearly, know who Wodamai is, and his influence and stuff like that. So it's not like Ibrahim is not going to see or hear about that. You know what I mean?
Also, I feel like when things like that are said, you got to take it with a grain of salt because we're censored over here.
Right. Yeah,
and art. And it's just when you say it, like, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think also with them like being worried about not having elections right now and them saying it's not a priority. Well, they're in a rebuilding phase right now. Like, I think as they are establishing a baseline foundation and common goal and stuff like that to build their country, I don't think they need to switch up who the leaders are right now. Like, I think they're doing exactly what they need to do. And I say let them do it their way.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
right now it's getting fixed.
Right, because I mean,
and it's working.
So far, I mean, they've been pushing democracy on all these African countries and stuff like that. But what African country is really thriving off of doing that? What African country is thriving off of taking Western democracy and not being stolen, their resources stolen, bad deals, you know, all kinds of stuff. Like, all that stuff comes with a cost, and it's like, it's
not to mention, like, they did do that for a very long time and it wasn't working. They're still, you know, climb out of the hole, making their way out of the hole that was there 40 years ago.
Right. And to see what they've done in 3 years compared to what some other countries take decades to do. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So
made friends with Russia. Burkina Faso has reopened its embassy in Moscow, so it seems like Moscow is the new Paris, but it's unclear what price comes with such relationship.
But we can't go there?
However, all of this was meant to be temporary, but when military controls the timeline, democracy can stay on pause indefinitely. Burkina Faso today is not democracy, nor is it dictatorship in the classic sense. It is something in between a military-led regime that claims to speak for the people while suspending the very system that gives people a voice, which is media and freedom of expression. The question isn't just how long Traore will rule, but whether democracy will still be possible when all of this fighting ends. This is my major concern here, and I'm throwing this question to you guys. Do you think military rule is really a sustainable way to rule a nation? Because Traore in his words said, democracy doesn't work for every nation. Critics are saying a lot of things. One of the things that I saw is in Traore's Burkina Faso, you can praise the army, denounce France, and support the VDPs. But criticism, that can get you silenced or worse. So critics has condemned Traore's signature move of arming thousands of civilians through the VDP, which means volunteer for the defense of the homeland. Over 50,000 VDPs recruited many young unemployed men, giving them basic training and sent to the front lines. They said this policy will turn citizens into soldiers and risk turning war as a way of life. To end this video, I got so many questions asked. Despite his good intentions, will President Traore hand over power or at least transition the country into constitutional governance so the people of Burkina Faso can vote and have a say in how their country is governed? I'd really like to hear from you watching this video. What do you think of Traore's policies and the West African country of Burkina Faso? Stay tuned for the part 2 version of this, and for the meantime, you can watch this recommendation next, and I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.
That is actually a very good question, and I've been pondering it. And you know, it's as an American, it's like when you speak against democracy, it's like, oh my God, like, you know what I mean? But it's like, is that brainwashing too? You know, when you think about how any country has come into power, was it through a democracy? Like, how did the United States become the United States? How did the UK become UK? How did France become France? Did everybody just sit around and say, hey, let's vote?
And start taking shit.
Yeah, like
military first.
So
shoot first, ask questions, ask for opinions later.
Right. And I mean, shoot, I mean, UK, they had like their, what's it, the Queen and like the royal. Like,
okay.
Stuff. So it's like, I mean, and we've seen what they've done to the world based off of that. So like, why is it such a force to make these other countries follow this way? And why are we so afraid of a different way?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think if the leader is good right now and he's doing good for the country and the people love him, why remove him and risk the possibility of somebody else coming in and undoing what the good thing that the people enjoy doing? I guess some people will say, well, that's what democracy is all about, where, you know, you allow the people to vote for him to stay in or not. But I think right now, while they're in their building phase, let them build and see what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
And then once the country gets stable and established, then they can start having talks about that. From there,
it's like, get your foot in first. Like, don't bite off. Don't take too big of a bite. Like, just keep slow walking it. Even though 3 years like that, they've gotten a lot done for 3 years. So I wouldn't say even slow walking, but just like rock steady.
Right. And then you got Russia. I mean, how long has Putin been in power for?
Okay, because it's my goddamn since the first time Trump got elected, like, he's been in there for a minute.
Yeah. All right. How long has Putin been president?
God damn, my whole life.
Shit. Since 1999?
I'm about to say, like, my whole life. Shit.
We're in 2025, right? Damn. Yeah, that's a long time.
I mean, they said if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense why he's teaming up with Russia. Speaking of that, would you like to see what they had to talk about?
Yeah.
All right. So, we're going to dive into this, guys. This is straight from the Kremlin. I don't even know if we can... let me know if our screen starts flashing. If our screen... let us know.
The cameras freeze.
Because I know Russia...
If you can't hear anything...
Because Russia definitely...
Blink twice in the comments. Just put some eyes in there.
They do censor a lot of stuff, but this is surprising that they let this video run free. Okay, we're gonna try to watch this and see what they say, and and go from there. I watched this video already, but I'm definitely down to watch it again. Let's get into it. This is from the Kremlin, meeting President of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré. Let's get to it.
Уважаемый господин президент,
Mr. President, friends, we are very glad to see you. And first of all, I would like to thank you once again for making this decision to participate in the commemorative events to honor the 80th anniversary of the victory in the Great Patriotic War. I remember our constructive and useful conversation back in 2023 when you visited our country for the first time to participate in the Russia-Africa Summit in St. Petersburg. This time, your visit to Russia to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the victory is a great symbol, and it reflects the friendly character of relations between Burkina Faso and Russia. And I would like to mention your contribution, your country's contribution to defeating German Nazism and its allies. Some 30,000 Burkinabe fought with the anti-Hitler coalition forces under the guidance, under the leadership of legendary Frenchman Charles de Gaulle. And now we are united by our joint goal to fight against terrorism and extremism, and we will continue to support the Republic and restoring constitutional and lawful order, to fight against unlawful factions that are still operating in some parts of Burkina Faso. In recent years, we have accomplished great progress in mutually beneficial cooperation in various fields. In the end of 2023, after more than 30 years of hiatus, the embassy of Russia in Ouagadougou was turned operational again, and the economic operation is also important, even if trade is modest. It's growing, which is a good trend, and we need to preserve it. And we will continue to work together on further strengthening our economic ties and diversify further our trade operations. And it was useful to hold economic days of Burkina Faso in Russia that were held in 2024. And it was attended by the high-level Burkinabe delegation led by the Deputy Prime Minister, and we are working now on establishing intergovernmental commission. We have already established a working group to look into that matter, and we will continue to support your country in training personnel in 2024 and in 2025. The quota of Russian state scholarship for Burkinabe nationals was more than doubled, and this year we are ready to receive 27 more students from your country at the state's expense, and in total, more than 3,500 Burkinabe received higher education in Russia. Cultural and humanitarian ties also play an important part, and it is assisted by the Russian house that is operating in Ouagadougou since 2024. In particular, they are teaching Russian language there. There is a great potential in cooperation in the field of healthcare and sanitary regulations. Recently, on April 24-25, Madam Popova visited Ouagadougou and discussed the development of scientific and research infrastructure and training of personnel. We also prioritize humanitarian support for Burkina Faso. Last year, we allocated 25,000 tons of wheat free of charge, and this month we are going to send a large supply of other food products to Ouagadougou. We appreciate the support from Burkina Faso and many international platforms, including the UN and other multilateral platforms. A useful format of cooperation is the consultations between Russia and Sahel States Confederation. April this year, such a session was held in Moscow with foreign ministers. There are good prospects in many areas, and we will have a chance to discuss some of them today. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Mr. President. I hope I pronounced my felicitation properly. For me, it was an honor to be part of these commemorative events devoted to the great victory anniversary, and I would like to thank you for inviting us. It was a great honor for us. And I need to say that during this visit, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about culture, about history, that laid the foundation of the resistance of the Russian people, of its struggle. I learned of sacrifices your people made, and due to these sacrifices, we are free now. And I would like to thank you once again for this invitation, and this meeting allows us to think about what's happening in the world today and to think about the prospects as well. The obstacles that we can see today must not stop us. These obstacles, in some way, they are even an advantage, because despite all the sanctions that were imposed on the Russian Federation by many states, Russia is still holding the leading position internationally, and we understand this, we understand how difficult it is. And I watched the parade, I watched the...
I hate it when translators do that.
They be like,
You're like, censor that. Censor what he's about to say right there. Nah, what he say, man?
Soldiers marching in front of us during the parade. I saw the equipment, including the tanks that from the times of World War II, and I saw the modern equipment, and we would like to see the cooperation between our countries developing rapidly, developing swiftly, and acquire new shapes and forms. We thank you for your attitude towards Burkina Faso. Today I visited Mendeleev Institute, and we understand that apart from defense and security, there is another essential field, which is science and education, and we would like to see Russia assisting us in training and educating our youth to help us to develop our own industries, our own enterprises, machinery, other types of manufacturing, because it's very important for Africa. We believe that terrorism that we can see today is a legacy of imperialism, and that's something that we fight against. If we put an end to this war, if we have a strong army, then we can develop our motherland. This is why we continue to fight. That is why we have this struggle. That's why it's important to train personnel, to educate people. In Africa, Africa needs a lot when it comes to equipment, when it comes to technology and machinery, and there are a lot of expectations in this regard. And that's why we still need to do a lot, we need to work a lot, and we would like to request an assistant, and the most important thing you can help with is these exchanges, transfers of technology, exchange of experience. We need to understand how we can use the experience and the know-how that Russian universities have, and how we can spread it to Burkina Faso, how we can open branches of the Russian universities and Burkina Faso to be more efficient in the way we educate our people, our citizens. This is the essential task that we are faced with. We would like to see Burkina Faso developing, and we would like to see students coming to us to learn various sciences. We can see great young people in the Russian Federation. Among them, there are a lot of researchers, young scientists, and we would like to learn from you. And another important area is military. We have a lot of projects in the field of defense.
They said, and cut.
That's well, that's all, folks. That's all they was willing to share. Round of applause. Okay. Couple of things about this video. Number one is I just love the respect that they have for each other. As you know, President Putin greets him, how everybody stands when both of them are present. Like they're not. They're not sunning him, you know what I mean? Like, there's a mutual respect here. So, the other thing is that, it's just, I just try to be a little bit careful and be respectful. But when it comes to him asking for the technology, the military, stuff like that.
I thought about that as well.
Yeah, I was like, it was a lot, you know what I mean? And you just gotta be careful because, the same thing that you're doing is by kicking out the other people. You don't want to be too reliant on anybody else, you know what I mean?
But I do believe there has to be some type of understanding for Putin to even, open up the door because he's like, I'm letting, people come and get an education here.
Yeah. For sure.
At no cost.
Yeah.
And go back and be able to develop the technology because, you got to think about it. You do need that extra ally and support to get things your airline and your own vehicles, and it's just like kind of getting your footing in, and without straight up being taken advantage of.
Right.
So what exactly Putin is getting out of all of this, I'm not 100% sure yet.
Well, I do know that Russia and Burkina Faso did come up with an agreement to assist with the gold mine as well too, but it actually looked more fair compared to like what the West would do.
My point, and I'm just like, oh well.
I mean, you do need allies outside of your own country. You do, and obviously Russia is a lot more experienced and trained than Burkina Faso. I mean, technically, I mean they. It's almost like they're 3 years old. You know what I mean? They have a brand new regime, and they're kind of starting afresh. So it would make sense for them to have allies, not just on the African continent, but an ally outside of the continent as well, too. I mean, it's almost like a friend of my enemy to my enemy is my friend type of situation. The enemy to my enemy is my friend. Now, I mean, Russia seemed to have already given them a lot of support when they said the amount of tons of weed and other food supplies that they provided, them welcoming in, Burkina Faso students to come in Russia. That takes a lot too, because that's a big cultural shock. I mean, to take, some of these people from, West Africa coming into your country to go to your schools, that does say a lot. You know what I mean? Because, we can already tell what's going on in our country. They're kicking certain people out and allowing certain people in. It's, kind of underline what they're trying to do here, who they want here.
It's like, that's what makes censorship suck, because I just kind of wish we can get their point of view as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very interesting, and I just know the world is watching. We're watching, we're learning in real time, but to see, a president like Putin welcome him in, have the Burkina Faso flags up there, all in solidarity. I mean, it shows, it legitimizes Burkina Faso as well too on the world stage at that point too. Like even with Russia having issues with America, whatever the case is, they're still part of the UN. It's and this is not also just helping Burkina Faso, because you also mentioned the Sahel states as well too. This could help Niger and
the neighboring countries.
Yeah, the neighboring countries. So, yeah, my bad. Mali. I was thinking like, what was the other country name? Yeah, Mali and Niger as well too will also benefit from aligning with this too. So, I'm optimistic about it. I'm very optimistic about it. Hope for the best. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sagi said, I would like to see if there was a poll ran throughout Africa who would be most popular between Russia and the U.S. because it seems we've gravitated to Russia besides being bullied back to the U.S. Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Somebody put a poll up. I thought it was just South Africa with a student exchange program with Russia, but I guess there's more. Yeah, very interesting. I mean, we got Russians here too. I
haven't seen any in a while, but I remember when I used to work at Pentagon, I definitely used to see a lot of Russians.
Yeah, where I worked at too, I remember there was a Russian person there. Very interesting. Anyway, yeah. So let us know what you guys think in the comments. Do you what you got? Yeah, let us know what you think. Do you agree with this? Do you have questions about it? You optimistic? You pessimistic? I don't know. Is this good? Is this bad? You say it. And I will see you in the comments. All right. Let's get all right, so we've done that. I've been holding off this video for a long time. Ethiopia. We have returned. Shout out to Ethiopia, man. Wanted to do justice on the actual living situation there as well too. So this was actually sent to us to actually check out what the art of fine living looks like in Ethiopia. So let's get into it. This is from Think TV. Shout out to y'all. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Let's get into it.
ዛሬ የሚገኘው በአዲስ አበባ ከሚገኙ አዳዲስ ልማቶች መካከል አንዱ የሆነው ሲግኔቸር
Okay, so they don't speak English, you know, but they at least are giving us the English captions. So okay, American brain, y'all. I respect it though. Like,
yeah.
What do they speak? Huh?
What do they speak?
What's the language called in Ethiopia? Is it Habesha? Hashish? I'm probably butchering it. I'm so sorry, guys. I mean, no disrespect at all.
Oh man, you better than me because that was in my brain. Like, what?
Amharic. My bad. Amharic is their
Somali.
Yeah. These are some of their other official languages.
Oromo.
Yeah. And I know a lot of Ethiopians do know how to speak English as well too. Most people around the world understanding English is like a universal language.
Oh my God, we got lucky here.
Yeah, we did, but it's also like a blessing and a curse too because like this
like a lot of us aren't bilingual.
Yeah.
We'll be like, "What did you say?"
Right. Yeah. But I do appreciate them for giving us English subtitles because you know American brain hears. But God, look at this rooftop though.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. All right.
Or is that a penthouse?
If that's all of a penthouse, right? That's insane. That is absolutely insane.
Pent mansion house.
So this is one of Adatu Baba's newest developments, the Signature. Let's get to it.
The hotel?
This is the residence.
Oh, okay.
ሬዚደንስ ውስጥ ነው።
Oh, what's the function?
ከህንፃው ባለቤቶች ከአርኪቴክቶች እንዲሁም ደግሞ ከሰፕላየሮች ጋር ቆይታ ያደረግን ስለ ውብ ዲዛይኑ እንዲሁም ስለ ልዩ ልዩ ገጽታዎች አብረን እናያለን። ተከተሉኝ።
Okay, guys, we're back with Den Cribs. We have Binyam Tesfaye on the show.
Thank you for having me. My name is Ben Tesfaye. I'm the managing partner for USP Holdings.
So if you could just brief me back on USP before you guys came to Ethiopia.
Sure. So USP began as U Street Parking. We were a U Street Parking company, so we manage parking facilities. And our company was started on U Street, hence the name U Street Parking. But when we celebrated our 20th year anniversary, we combined the U Street Parking to USP Holdings because we were in many verticals, and also our parking was not limited on U Street. We were in New York, DC, Maryland, Virginia, Florida, Texas.
You what? I said U Street. That you caught me at U Street, and I'm like, wait a damn minute.
Security, janitorial,
Oh, I see
property
y'all.
management, real estate development, and construction.
Yo, I be seeing them.
Security?
No, the parking.
Oh.
The parking people in DC, like whenever I go to Capital One, that's the logo. I'm very familiar with that logo. Y'all be taxing us, man. God, yo,
$60,
$50, bro. I'm only gonna be here.
Taxing about 70 when Future was here. I was like, God damn.
I'm only gonna be here for 3 hours here, brother. Like Jesus Christ. But yeah, that makes a lot of okay. But this is an example of group. I mean, they came to America, took our money.
Yep.
And built this incredible building over here in Ethiopia. I ain't mad at it, man. Just like, look, when I come through Ethiopia, though, just you know what I mean. I'm gonna bring my receipt.
That good old American dollar.
Right.
Wow. Parking, security, janitorial, property management, real estate development, and construction. So, and we came to Addis about 11 years ago to focus on the parking. We manage currently the Addis Ababa Bole International Parking Airport.
Yep. That was the old days too, by the way. That was the old video.
My name is Henok Tesfaye, Chairman and CEO of USP Holdings. My vision for this project, Signature, is a little bit different than for us, to really, we do a lot of different projects in the US, especially in Washington, DMV area. But when we thought about building Signature means, just to give you a little background, we wanted to really leave our signature in our country. Really, when we did this building, our vision was, to really bring the US or American standard building in Ethiopia so everyone can follow. So that's our vision, and we didn't build this to sell it, to market it. We really wanted to build this building, to leave a statement for Ethiopia.
ስሜ ያሬድ ተስፋዬ ይባላለሁ። ጌሙን ቼንጅ ለማድረግ ነው የምንፈልገው ማርኬቲንጉ ልክ እንደ ፓርኪንጉ እንዳመጣ ነው እንደቀየር ነው። አሁን ደግሞ በሪል ስቴቱ ላይ ኳሊቲ ምን እንደሆነ አሚኒቲ ምን እንደሆነ ሰርቪስ ምን እንደሆነ ደግሞ በሪል ስቴት ማርኬት ውስጥ ማምጣት እንፈልጋለን። ለዚህ ነው ይሄንን ቢልዲንግ to me this is a class A building like New York or LA or Miami or DC ላይ የምታገኘውን አፓርትመንት አፍሪካ ላይ ኤርፖርቱ አጠገብ ቁጭ አድርገነዋል።
እንዴት አደራችሁ ኢትዮጵያ? አድማጮቻችን አብሬያችሁ የምቆየው ዳንኤል አድማሱ ነኝ። እያዳመጣችሁ ያላችሁት ደግሞ 48.6 ኤፍኤም ነው።
ዩሊ ወደ ምድር በእንግድነት የመጣ ፍጡር ነው። ወደ ምድር በመምጣቱ ብቸኝነትና ተላምዶ ለመኖር በብዙ ጥረት ውስጥ ያለ እንግዳ ፍጡር ነው። ከዕለታት አንድ ቀን ዩሊ በመናፈሻው አንድ ሕፃን ልጅ ሲያለቅስ ይመለከትና ችግሩን ለማወቅ
በዚህ ጳጉሜ ምቾትን ፍለጋ
ሰበር ዜና በዓለማችን ላይ ምንነታቸው ያልታወቁ ፍጡራን ስለመጡ በርና መስኮታችሁን በመዝጋት በቤታችሁ እንድትቆዩ እናሳስባለን።
ከሌላ ዓለም መጥተዋል።
What is happening?
ምክንያቱ ደግሞ አንድ ነው።
Wait, I don't do drugs. They killed the mattress. This is the mattress. Get out of here, dog. You let the aliens steal your mattress?
ምቾታችን ከዚህ ዓለም አይደለም።
ሰዎች ሲመጡ እዚህ ቤት ላይክ ወይ ከዱባይ ወይ ሳምቲንግ ተነስቶ የመጣ ቢልዲንግ ነው እንጂ የሚመስለው እዚህ ሀገር የተሰራ ይመስላል። ያ ያረግበት ዋና ምክንያታችን ለ10 ዓመት
What the fuck? Yo, you know what? I'm not even mad at the marketing, dog. I'm not mad at the marketing.
I need at least take a look at it.
Yeah, facts. Like, okay. Oh, man. I wonder if y'all use the mattress in these residents here. Anyway.
ምንም አይነት ኮምፒቲሽን እንዳይኖረን ብለን ነው የሰራነው. We want competition. We welcome competition. ግን አድቫንስ ሆነን ወደ next 10 years ምንም ሳንሰራ ሰስቴን ማድረግ እንችላለን ኮምፒቲሽኑን ብለን የሰራነው። ለዛ ነው ከአሚኒቲ ከፈርኒቸር ከማቴሪያል ሴሌክሽን
ምን አሚኒቲስ አለው ይሄኛው ህንጻው
በጣም ብዙ አሚኒቲ
like competition breeds I mean it's a capitalistic mindset to have, but when you have competition price goes up, you know, and more money will happen because of competitive pricing and stuff like that.
They're reheating America's nachos.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
ሚኒቲዎች አሉት ኮምፓውንድ ባይኖረን ራሱ ቢልዲንጋችን ሰቡቲክ ክላስ ኤ ቢልዲንግ እንዳልኩ ሩፍታፓችን ላይ መሬት ውስጥ ማግኘት የምትችለው ነገሮች በሙሉ አሟልተናል። ስዊሚንግ ፑል አለን። ስዊሚንግ ፑላችን
no way
ሩፍታፕ ስዊሚንግ ፑል ኦቨርሲንግ 360 አዲስ አበባ ያለን ዌዘር መቼስ የኢትዮጵያ ታውቀዋለህ የሚበላ ነው። መስታወታችንን ከፍ አድርገነዋል ዊንድ እንዳይኖረው። ሂትድ ፑል ነው እሱ አለን። 2 ባር አለን አፕስቴርስ ለሬዚደንስ ነው እንጂ ለሬስቶራንት ወይ ለባር አይደለም ያደረግ ነው። ሶ ለሬዚደንት ኢቨንት ሲኖራቸው ምን ሲኖራቸው ራሳቸው ባር ሞልተው መጠቀም የሚችሉበት ዮጋ ኤሪያ አለን። ከአሜሪካን ሀገር ነው ያመጣናት ልጅቷን she's going to be running the gym rooftop gym ነው ያለን። ስፓ አለን፣ ስቲም አለን፣ ሳውና አለን። I mean full package ሁሉን ነገር ወስደን
ዮጋ
ሲግኔቸር ሬዚደንስ ፈጠራን ከምቾት ጋር በማጣመር በሚታወቀው ሙጎ ዲዛይን የተሰራ ድንቅ የፈጠራ ውጤት ነው።
ስሜ ሰላሀዲን እባላለሁ። ሰላሀዲን ሻሚል በሙያዬ በትምህርት አርክቴክት ነኝ። እዚህ ቢልዲንግ ላይ እንግዲህ 2 ነገሮች በደንብ ታርቀውበታል። ኢንቴሪየር እና አርክቴክቸር ዲዛይን። ከሌይአውቱ ጀምረን ብናያቸው እያንዳንዱን ስፔስ ከላይቲንግ፣ ከናቹራል ላይት፣ ከሰርኩሌሽን፣ ከማቴሪያል፣ ከስኬል ጀምሮ በደንብ የታሰበባቸው ስፔሶች ናቸው። አንዳንድ ስፔሶች ትልቅ ወይም ትንሽ ስለሆኑ ሳይሆን ፕሮፖርሽናቸው ነው ማተር የሚያደርገው። ሶፋውን አስቀምጦ፣ ዳይኒንጉን አስቀምጦ፣ ቲቪውን አስቀምጦ፣ አበባ አስቀምጦ፣ ላምፕ አስቀምጦ ይችላሉ የሚለው አይነት ስራ ነው የተሰራው። ልክ እንደዛው ደግሞ ለእነዚህ ኤሌመንቶች እንዳለ በቂ ላይቲንግ አለ ወይ፣ አክሰሱ እንዴት ነው፣ ምንድነው ማቴሪያሉ፣ ሶኬት አለ የሚሉ ዲቴሎች ደግሞ ወደ ኢንቴሪየር ስንመጣ ያሰብንባቸው ነገሮች ናቸው። ለዛም ነው እንዳልኩ እያንዳንዱ ክፍል ላይ ፕሮፖርሽናል ያልሆነ ነገር አይታይም።
መሰረት ከበደ እባላለሁ። የሮዝሜሪ ግሪንላንድ ባለቤትና መስራች ነኝ። ላንድስኬፑን የሰራሁለት በተለያየ አቅጣጫ የተለያየ አንግል ይዞ እንዲታይ ነው ያደረኩት። ለምን እንዳይሰለች ማለት ነው። ሁሌ አንድ ነገር ስታዩ ይሰለቻል። በጣም ምርጫ ያደረኩት አበቦች ላይ ነው። እንደገና ወደ መዋኛው አካባቢ ስትመጪ ደግሞ ምንድነው ያደረኩለት ልክ ሪላክስ ሊያደርጉሽ የሚችሉ ተቀምጠሽ ራሱ እንደዚህ ብትነኪያቸው እየዋኘሽ በቃ ሽታ ያላቸው ሁሉም በተቻለ መጠን የኢትዮጵያ አትክልቶች እንዲሆኑ ነው የመረጥኩት።
ሲግኔቸር ሬዚደንስ ለምቾት፣ ለማህበራዊ ኑሮ እንዲሁም ለተለያዩ የፈጠራ ስራዎች የሚሆኑ ክሬቲቭ ስፔስ በማዘጋጀቱ ከመኖሪያ ቤትነት ባሻገር የአኗኗር ዘይቤን ያመለክታል።
challenges and triumphs?
Custom was extreme challenge for us. I'll give you one example. We brought a double glazed window glass, okay, with argon gas. Customs did not understand it and they qualified it as an airplane glass. So the tax bracket that we were put into was not a standard window. This discourages developers to bring in high-end product, which this country deserves. We believe our people and our country deserves to high products. And customs should understand, make exceptions or maybe exemptions for certain quality products so we can elevate our country.
Really, we built this for Ethiopia in Addis Ababa, capital city, but this is high standard because we know the market very well. We've been around for the last, it took us 7 years, 2 years out take off because of COVID. We didn't do a lot of work, but we really took our time. You can build, we do buildings in 12 months or 24 months in the US. It took us 7 years because you have to import a lot of stuff from, China, other places. We use a lot of US standard in this building. So, I mean, for us, the standard, whoever's going to be built in the future.
Looks like one of the jobs in DC for sure.
And I think with the local real estate developers and everything, I want to make sure, and they can work similar building to this. So we want to leave some kind of stuff.
Then the bridge that takes you over like near the wharf and like Navy Yard.
Yeah. Southwest.
Yeah, that area.
Yeah.
So like the newer apartments that they're building right there.
Yeah.
It's like Bridge District is what they call it now.
Oh, that's what they call it now? They're just renaming everything, huh?
No longer Berry Farms, it's Bridge District.
All right, man. Wait. Okay.
Well,
all right.
That general area.
Yeah.
And it looked like they're kind of like making a new like, what's it called? Like a bullpen type situation, but like a little bit closer than Southwest.
Okay.
It looks nice though. They're building it up.
I'm
just.
Oh,
I don't have any chicken nuggets.
Oh man.
Standard, and people can understand this can be built in Ethiopia as well. Because what we've seen, the experience we've seen in the market is different. But I think in perspective, we brought something different. So we want other people to follow what we have done here. So that's the kind of standard we really want.
ገና ወደ ውስጥ እንደገባችሁ ሁሉ ነገር በጥንቃቄና በጥራት እንደተሰራ ታስተውላላችሁ። በቤል ጎቴክስ የተሰሩት የወለል ምቶችና በፖርሴላኑ ሳይት የተገጠሙት ሴራሚኮች ውበታቸውና ጥንካሬያቸው ወደር የለሽ ነው።
So when you say luxury, it's amenities and also the products that we use.
Let's talk about the products.
So the products, let me mention a couple of them, right? So the flooring we use, for example, is a company called Belgotex. It's a South African company, and they produce LVTs that are commercial grade. Another material that we use is porcelanosa for our tiles. They're a Spain company. We actually use porcelanosa for a lot of our tiles needs in the US. So we had identified them already. We're happy to find that they had an agent locally
here
in Ethiopia, correct. So we were happy to partner with him to extend our relationship from the US and bring in porcelanosa finishing materials for our tiles.
ፀሐይ ፈለቀ እባላለሁ። የሴትስ ዋተር ፕሩፊንግ ጀነራል ትሬዲንግ ፒኤልሲ ስራ አስኪያጅ ነኝ። የቤልጎቴክስ ካምፓኒ ደግሞ በኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ተወካይ ነኝ። የቤልጎቴክስ ፍሎር የመጨረሻ ዊር ሌየሩ ወደ 0.55 የሆነ ፊልም አለው። ያ ደግሞ በጣም ስትሮንግ የሆነ ከተገጠመ በኋላ ከ20 እስከ 30 ዓመት በላይ ከለር ሳይለውጥ ሳይጫጫር ምንም ሳይሆን የሚያገለግል ነው። በተጨማሪ ቫይኒል ፍሎሩ በጀርባው ላይ ባኪንግ አለው። ያ ባኪንግ ኢንሱሌሽን አለው። በተጨማሪ መሬቱ ፍሎሩ ላይ ኮንክሪቱ ላይ ነው የሚገጠመው። ምንም አይነት ንጣፍ አያስፈልገውም። ያ ደግሞ ምንድነው ከተገጠመ በኋላ ምንም አይነት ንቅናቄ አይኖረውም። ለረጅም ጊዜ ምንም የመነሳት ባህሪ የለውም። በተጨማሪ ደግሞ ከስር ያለው ባኪንግ ሳውንድን ሚኒማይዝ የሚያደርግ ባህሪ ያለው ድምፅ አይኖርም ማለት ነው። እዚህኛው ፍሎር ላይ ከተሰራ የሚቀጥለው ፍሎር ላይ ሰው በሚራመድበት ጊዜ ምንም አይነት ድምፅ አይኖርም። ኮንትሮል ያደርገዋል ማለት ነው።
Changing. We're really appreciative of what is changing because it is in line with Signature Residence lifestyle. Walkable, close to amenities. We want the residents to enjoy the corridor development, which is a block away from where we are right now. So we're very happy. One of the things I can mention, corridor development is targeting all the main roads, but we as property developers and neighbors need to think about interior roads. I'm writing a case study on how we work together with our neighborhood with our Kafla Katama and Waradas to organize a team to be able to do asphalt work in the inside. Because, you know, there's no funding for interior roads, but they're funding for the main roads.
That's true.
So it was a challenge for us to get, you know, maybe 100 meter, 200 meter asphalt done because there was no system in place. So we're writing a case study working with Kafla Katamas to implement this type of structure in other neighborhoods so we could have the inside roadways done similar to the corridor development.
This is something we want to leave behind, especially for our family, the kids. This is something we want to leave behind.
Sir, are you related to Abel? Are you related to The Weeknd, sir?
Oh my God.
That's the same last name.
Oh.
The Weeknd is actually Ethiopian.
Ethiopian. I was thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, is there any relation there, sir?
He said,
especially for our family, kids, not only for the community, the new generation that will follow. You know, our goal is this is a legacy. This is where we started. Our family generation will continue to really follow what we left behind.
ምን ትመክራቸዋለህ ሌሎች ገንቢዎች አንተ ካየኸው እንትን?
እኔ የምመክረው ጊቭ አፕ ማድረግ አትችልም ነው። አንድ ከጀመርከው ያው እንዳልከው ወንድ ልጅነታችንን ቴስት የሚያደርግ ስራ ነው። መጨረስ አለብን። 2 ዓመትም ዲሌይ ብትሆን ጨርሰ ጥሩ ፕሮዳክት ቪዥነሪ መሆን አለብን። በጣም ለገንዘብ ብቻ ከሆነ የምንሰራው this is not the field ጥለ መውጣት ነው። ይሄ እንዳልኩ ሌጋሲ በቃ this is what I did ፕራውድ የምትሆንበት በቃ ሰው ሲገባ የማታፍርበት። እኔ ሳልሸጠው ይሄን ቢልዲንግ ራሱ እንዲሸጥ እንደነገርኩ ነው። ሰዎች ራሳቸው እየመጣው ይከራያል ብለው እየጠየቁ ናቸው። እኔ ሳልፈልጋቸው ማለት ነው። ቢኮዝ ኤጀንት ራሱ አሁን ማግኘት ከባድ ነው። አንድ አምጥቶ ያሳየ ኤጀንት ሳይኖር ራሳቸው ሰዎች የሚመጡት ያ ማለት ጥሩ ነገር ከሰራ በጣም እንዳልከው ማርኬቱም ስለሆነ በተለይ በቦክስ ተመቷል ያልከውም ነገር ቢሆን ጥሩ ፕሮዳክት ካለኝ አይ ቲንክ ከብዙ ቦታ ከብዙ ቤቶች ጥለው ወጥተው እዚህ ይገባሉ ብዬ አስባለሁ።
People will pay for quality. That is a fact.
So where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Are you guys like completely moved to Ethiopia? Do you want to expand your American business? Are we going to see more signature?
You're going to have to ask my wife as far as moving and other things because she's the main lady making those decisions. But we're not stopping. As far as development, we do have something in the pipeline already that is maybe 5 times larger than what we've done here as signature. So we do have things in the pipeline. This will not be our last project.
But did you specify it's going to be in Ethiopia or somewhere else?
ይህንን ኦፖርቹኒቲ ስለሰጣችሁኝ on behalf of USB Holdings as a chairman and a CEO በጣም ላመሰግናችሁ ወደው መጀመሪያ ድንቅ ቲቪን እና your team your people and ይህን ኦፖርቹኒቲ ሰጣችሁን ደግሞ ከኛ ጋር ኮላቦሬት አድርጋችሁ የሶፍት ኦፕኒንጋችንን ሴሬሞኒ ላይም ተገኝታችሁ ኮላቦሬሽን አድርገን ሪሊ ድንቅ ቲቪ እና መታሰቢያን ሄር ፓርትነር ላመሰግን ወዳለሁ። ትልቅ ነገር ነው ያደርጋችሁልን። ከገመትነው ካሰብነው በላይ ይሄን ነገር ልንሰራ አብረን ችለናል። ይሄ ነገር ደግሞ እንዲቀጥል እንፈልጋለን ከእናንተም ከሌላም ሰው ጋር ነውና ይሄን ደግሞ እኛ ስናደርግ ይሄን ዝግጅት ስናደርግ it wasn't easy ብዙ ነገር ውስጥ ተዳርሰን ነው ያለፍነውና ይሄን ደግሞ አፕሪሺየት ለማድረግ ፈለኩት ሳላመሰግን ማለፍ ስላልፈለኩኝ ድንቅ ቲቪ ላመሰግን ወዳለሁ። በተጨማሪ ደግሞ ከድንቅ ቲቪ በላይ ከኛ ጋር አብረው ሰርተው የመንግስት አባላትም ሆነ ሰራተኞች ፕራይቬት ሴክተር ባንክ ሰብ ኮንትራክተርስ ሁሉም you name it ዲዛይነር አርኪቴክት ዝቤ ላይ እቃውን ፒክ እንድናደርግ የመረጡ ኢንቴሪየር ዲዛይነር ሁሉንም ወዘ ቻይኒዝ ዱባይ ኢትዮጵያ ያሉ ሁሉንም on behalf of the family and the company በጣም ላመሰግናቸው ስለምወድ እግዚአብሔር እንግዲህ ሁላችንም እዚህ ስራ ላይ አድርሶ ነው ነገር እንደዚህ ሆኖ ነው ማየት ስለበቃን በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። በሚቀጥለው ፕሮግራም ደግሞ ቪዥናችን ትልቅ ነው። ከዚህ የበለጠ ነገር እንሰራለን ብዬ አስባለሁ። እግዚአብሔር ኢትዮጵያን ተባርክ። አመሰግናለሁ።
All right.
የዛሬ ድንቆች ፕሮግራም ይህን ይመስላል። ሲግኔቸር ሬዚደንስ የተለያዩ ጥራት ያላቸውን ልዩ ልዩ ዲዛይኖች ይዞላችሁ ቀርቧል። ይህን የመሰለ ውብ መኖሪያ ቤት ገብተን እንድንጎበኝ ለፈቀዱልን ሲግኔቸር ሬዚደንስ ቦርድ ምስጋናችን እያቀረብን እነዚህንና የመሳሰሉ አዳዲስ ቤቶችን ለማየት የድንቅ ትሪፕስ ፕሮግራሞችን ይከታተሉ። እስካሁን አብራችሁ የቆየሁት ኒታ ነበርኩኝ። ሰላም ቆዩ።
All right, double round of applause. Ethiopia. Absolutely.
Keeping it in the family.
Yeah, like I you just gotta respect it, man. Like these are people. They're extremely intelligent, moving in a way, building their homeland, their home country back up. I got nothing but nice things to say about Ethiopians. I know a lot of them, and very warm, very welcoming, very friendly, kind people, very smart people, and it's just so funny the connection. Like, you know, we're in the DMV area, and Definitely.
Right, and that's where most of their business at. East Coast.
That is hilarious, man. Like, cause when you go to the park, like I did notice, like, yeah, these people look Ethiopian. You know what I mean? The people that work there and stuff like that. But to see
religiously too.
Yeah, for sure. But it's so smart because like the location that they have it's in such a prime area of DC. Like I can only imagine how long they had some of these parking lots and parking garages and stuff like that in DC alone. But like you said, all the East Coast, amazing.
Yeah, like all the major cities.
Yeah, and for them to grow and expand into real estate, I mean, it's just smart. It's brilliant, man. So. Not mad at it.
And that's like a genius idea. It's like, yeah, we can buy this plot of land and like you don't have to build on it. You can delegate.
Literally no upkeep costs. Like
exactly,
you just own this land, charge for space. You charge hourly. Like I'm thinking about this one space. I park here religiously whenever I need to go to like Capital One Arena or something like that. It's like I don't know, maybe 5 blocks away from the stadium. But
5?
Yeah, I'd be walking. You know where the Busboy and Poets used to be at by what else is over there? Chipotle, Safeway. It's like north of the stadium. Matter of fact, what am I doing?
Zoom out, zoom in.
If you guys don't know, I'm really good with maps. So, all right. Where is Chinatown? Am I drunk? I know. Oh yeah, 8th Street. Yeah. Okay. What they did over here was wild too. The Noma area.
Noma is crazy.
Yeah, that's. To see where that came from, they got rid of Wendy's.
Listen,
Wendy's is gone, man.
Nome is very upscale.
Man,
expensive.
I rock with the Soul Spice over there. I don't know.
What? Is that English? I don't speak Dutch.
Oh, here it is. I'm about to say, I know I'm not tripping. Here's Capital One, right here. And I would park.
I see you done scrolled up too far for me.
Yeah, King Street.
You done called me an Uber. Drop me off out front.
Founding Farmers, yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah, New York. Yeah, New York Avenue. Yeah, perfect. So.
New York Avenue be having me all types of pissed off. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't let me be on my way to work. Hell no. Where the Yard House is? Okay, so I know exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
On that area.
Yeah, it's up here somewhere. But anyway.
Oh well, then that walk ain't too bad.
Yeah.
Well, you scrolling up a little too far for me now. Hold on.
Okay, here's the CVS. Okay. Is it over here?
The Carnegie Library.
All right. Anyway, you guys probably don't care what I'm looking at right now, but I know where we park. I normally park up here. Oh, matter of fact, here it is. Boom.
Huh.
Right here. So this is normally where I park, and then yeah, it's like
Oh, straight down.
Yeah. But yeah, this is owned by them.
I'll be wearing heels. I'm gonna catch an Uber. I'll see you later.
Right.
Monty, meet me at the door.
Right. I know you get dropped off right in front. I got you. But anyway, yeah. Amazing job from them. Shout out to Ethiopia, man, once again. I only got to spend a very short time with you guys in a layover in Addis Ababa, but I am overdue for an actual visit here. So I'm actually looking forward to visiting Ethiopia. And yeah, man, shout out to y'all. Yeah, another round of applause. Oh, wait, no, cut. How much? How much? We'll see if we can find out real quick without having to call.
I got $40.
I'm willing to bet this is probably going to be maybe 1,000.
I don't
to 2,000.
know. No. Okay, maybe like 2,500.
Yeah,
for a one bedroom.
I'm thinking 2,000
for a one.
Or maybe a 2.
2 for a 2,000 for a 2 bedroom?
Yeah, I mean, because I'm thinking like the market price. Like, I mean, you can't be that much more expensive than everybody else around, right? So let's see, 2-bedroom. They probably, since they are so new, they may not have their pricing on here. Okay, it looks like they don't want to give pricing on their website.
They should just call us and we'll set something up.
Right.
For you, my friend? Go to apply. Apply online. Oh, wait. Go back to floor plans. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait. Go down. Hold up. Wait a minute. They said, nah, let's see what you're working with first.
Right. Marital status, citizenship. Proposed occupants.
I guess they don't have any fair housing laws there. Let's see if we want you in here.
Employment, financial. Yo, you asking me for my financial issues? How much does it cost to live here? You asking a lot. I was about to say, Carver, would you know where to find
floor plans? Floor plans?
Floor plans.
Let's go to floor plans.
Yeah, this is all I've seen here.
Okay. I guess they wouldn't be on Zillow.
Right. So let me see. So it wouldn't be on their website.
What time is it over there? Let's just call.
Right.
No,
hey Siri. What time is it in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia right now? 6:30 in the morning.
What time they open? 9.
Good morning, Ethiopia. Okay. Let me try price. Somebody got a snitch. Maybe this is their Zillow. Does this look similar?
Yeah. Okay.
This is a different building, but so a penthouse costs $4,500 over here. This is at the Atlas. So let's see.
A 3-bedroom is $2,500. DC would never.
What would you like to see? Would you like to see the 3-bedroom or the penthouse real quick?
Let me see the penthouse. Let's just get to it.
$4,500 for this penthouse. All right. They need some better pictures, but
I get the gist. But
yeah, nice tub. Ugh. French windows. I don't know about for $4,500, brother. I don't know about all that. Let me see what the building looks like.
No, maybe that's the outside, like the balcony.
That's a nice view. You got the city in your landscape.
I feel like the video isn't doing it justice, but I can get
I like glass closet. Okay, I might pay $45 for that kind of view. Yeah, that's insane. that one little I think that's the extra kitchen. That's the joint that throws me off. All right, so that's a completely different building, but I mean, $4,500 for that's not bad. I know you tell me, I'm probably like $4,500 is insane. There's a lot of test phase, man. Abel, what's going on, bro?
That's the competition he spoke of.
Right. Well, if anybody in Ethiopia is watching this video and knows,
or got a ballpark.
Yeah, ballpark range. I think if I'm looking at that other building, if the 4,500 is for a penthouse and 2,000 for a 3-bedroom,
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty right on the nose with it. Probably like it's probably similar to that, maybe a little bit more, maybe.
Give me one of them.
Yeah, maybe like 1,500 for a 2-bedroom,
Yeah.
2,500 for a 3-bedroom.
Give me one of them.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all compared to what we're used to dealing with.
Okay.
So, all right.
Okay.
You last one? You good? It's like 10 minutes. All right. South Africa. What's good? What's popping? We didn't forget about you. And we definitely did not forget about Joburg. What's popping, Joburg? AKA the wealthiest city in Africa. So, shout out to Coop's Corner, by the way, too, man. Coop's been doing really great work out there. Definitely been tapped in.
This is not sponsored by Raycon.
This is not sponsored by Raycon, but
if you'd like it to be.
Shout out to Ray J. Yo, what you said about Sexy Red was wow, bro. I ain't
I'm
gonna lie.
about to say.
Yo.
He could have kept that to himself, to be honest with you.
Put the drinks down, man. Put the drinks down. That's one thing I'm not gonna lie. I think I have come to realization. I don't know if I'm gonna drink anymore like that. I don't think I can do it.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of done. Maybe some wine every now and then. But
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm too deep in these brunch streets, but
Mm-hmm.
my day will come.
Yeah, my day is here. All right, but let's get into it, man. This is do not move to Johannesburg, South Africa until you watch this. Definitely want to get a better understanding of South Africa and particularly Joburg. I mean, we've been stunned by Cape Town's beauty multiple times, but clearly Johannesburg is the big city of South Africa. It's the financial hub. There's so much culture and a lot of things there to do and stuff like that. So definitely want to know more about the city of Joburg, and I think Coop is going to help us with that. So if you guys are new here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Let's get into it.
And also, Johannesburg, this I do not understand.
Uh-oh.
What's going on, everybody? It's your man Jackson Cooper, aka J Coop, and we are currently in Johannesburg, South Africa. Now, if you're new to my channel, I'm a worldwide traveler. I've been to 28 countries across 4 different continents. If you clicked on this video, that means that you are looking to move here, relocate here, or maybe just visit. Now, my other videos go more in depth with the edits and things like that, but I want this to be more raw and uncut, right to you, so you understand what it would be like to live in Johannesburg as an expat. So I arrived in Johannesburg in November of 2024. That feels weird to say that. Currently, when this video is being shot, it is May 2025. So we're going on 6 months, guys. We're going to give you my honest opinion on what it's like living in Johannesburg from an expat's perspective. Okay, guys, so for starters, Johannesburg is a major city, the 8th largest city in all of Africa. So when you come here, understand that you're going to be in the hustle and bustle more than likely, unless it's so big that you can be nestled into your...
That's a great question. I guess we're doing about population-wise.
Okay.
What is the largest city in Africa population-wise? thinking either Nigeria or
Lagos.
Shout out to Lagos, man.
Lagos.
Let's do top 10 real quick. Yeah, I knew Cairo, Egypt. Cairo is huge. When I figured out like how big Cairo is, insane. Kinshasa in the DRC. I'm sorry, I'm thinking the Congo has one of the largest cities. That's what I was telling you too. Like,
what they got going on
in there? Yeah,
I'm trying to see what that's like.
Right, Kinshasa. I was say like Congo got people. You know what I mean?
But do they got vibes?
We gotta do a video on the Congo, man. We got redo Congo.
City.
Okay. Yeah.
The prison? What the fuck was that? I know y'all ain't. Was that advertising for prison? What was that?
I don't know. But yeah, they got a little city.
That is more than I thought they had.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely got some. What's their population? 17 million people.
Shit.
God damn. Shit. That's a lot of people. I think they're fighting amongst each other, which is the issue. I could be wrong there. Luanda, Angola, Nairobi, Kenya, Somalia.
We gotta do an episode on that, actually.
Oh, on Somalia?
Yeah.
Shout out to Somalia.
Egypt.
Not the same. Wait, when is this? 2025? Did Egypt just pass Nigeria?
It's Egypt. Some of the pharaohs resurrected.
23 million people. Then Congo is second. Lagos is third. Luanda is fourth. Dar es Salaam is fifth. Did not know that. Sudan? Did not know that. Joburg came up to 7th. Okay, Abidjan in Ivory Coast. Alexandria in Egypt. And Addis Ababa, number 10. Kenya is at 11. They're like neck and neck. Very interesting. Very interesting list. Okay. I don't know if I want to be around that many people, though. Now I'm thinking about it. Like, I don't know.
That's from a Friday trip for sure.
Yeah, that's a lot of folk. All right.
Your own space, if you understand what I'm saying. You can live downtown, CBD they call it. You can stay in Mabanang. You can stay in Four Ways. That's where I was at before I got here, which currently I am in Santon. It seems like most expats or people just visiting from out of town or out the country stay in Santon. Santon has everything that you're looking for, everything that you need, and it's just not too much of a culture shock when you're coming to Johannesburg, South Africa. I wanted to do this video outside, and this is a good tie-in to this video. It's pretty chilly outside right now. I'm probably gonna put the temperature up to let you guys know what it feels like. I went out there, and it was cold. You know what I mean? It was cold. So what you want to do is prepare for multiple seasons, because when I got here, it was warm. That was the festive season, and we're going to get into that further down the video. But right now, we are leaning more towards winter, and it can get chilly. So it's either one or two things you can do. You can have some extra money to where you could buy coats and jackets here. That's no problem. Or before you come, if you're coming during that May, June, July time period, prepare for winter, okay? Because it does get chilly, it does get cold, and at night, it gets really cold. So that's a heads up for you. Now let's get into the food. Everybody likes food. One thing about Johannesburg, I feel like you can find any food that you're looking for, except for certain things. We got to be honest here. So when it comes to the traditional South African food, it's very good. And we're going to tie more into that as the video goes on too. But you have your braais, you have your shishinyamas, and you can just get a lot of different meats. You know, South Africa is known for braaiing those meats, man. The meats are banging. Get you a vors, get you some chicken, steak, no problem there. Now, I'm not going to lie. There are certain foods that I miss. And if you're coming from the States, you're going to understand once you get here, if you're here long enough, why I missed it. Now, the number one food that I miss is pizza. I know you're going to say, Jackson, we have pizza in South Africa. You do, but it's not what I'm used to. It's not quite up to that level. You know, I even tried Pizza Hut here. Pizza Hut is just not the same, man. Like the pepperonis were not crisp and they didn't taste good. Then I tried Roman's pizza here. So-so. Roman's tried, but it was still like the elementary school pizza that we used to get back in the day. Oh, also, Johannesburg. This I do not understand. I might have to do some research.
But you know, it's probably how pizza is supposed to taste like and look like, but we just Americanified our pizza. Like,
no, they South Africa'd. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know. Our pizza. back when I was a super big back. I mean, my back's still big, but back when I was super big back.
Listen, one thing about America, our food might not be real, but it's gonna hit.
It's gonna hit though. Yeah, for sure. All that malnutrition, but yeah. So
all them preservatives, nigga.
Yeah. That stuffed crust pizza.
Need that.
Yeah, that stuffed crust was a monster, man. But
cheesy crust.
That was my shit. Like,
man.
A good stuffed crust pizza. What? But yeah, 70 pounds down now, man, guys. I put the pizza down.
Sir, because maybe you had it. Sometimes I just want a cold sub. They don't have a Subway here, guys. I would think that this being a major city, that they would have a Subway here, but they don't. When you come from America, I get it. Like, you want to just kind of ease your way into the eating the other types of food. Trust me, I get it. So guys, KFC in South Africa, bon appetit. It is next level, man. The KFC here is banging. They also got a spot here that's similar to Chipotle. I say it's like 80% of Chipotle, which is a good, because like Chipotle is really, really good. It's called Chiapas. If you just want to keep that same type of routine that you're on, because some people don't like to veer off of that when they're eating out of the country. So once you have your footing in Johannesburg, right, you've been here for a while, you know, you've seen all of the Nelson Mandela squares and things of that nature. You know, you go to Vilagazi Street, you see where Nelson Mandela lived at there. This is when you want to veer outside of that. This is when you want to actually meet the people, because the people make South Africa what it is. I'm not just saying this. I've been to a lot of places all over the world. South Africa is the most unique country that I've been to, guys. The most unique. It's called the Rainbow Nation for a reason, and the people are the fabric to this country. You're gonna want to somehow find a way, because everybody's not gonna do what I do. You see, like, I like going to different townships. I document things. I have all of those videos up now. You can go on my South Africa playlist. The people are what make a country what it is, and specifically South Africa. So if you can find a way to just meet some people, and there are probably layers of talking to those people that can get you into those townships, because that's where you're gonna find the real people and you're gonna find the best food. I actually wanted to do a video today on a hood food review, because I had some of the best food in South Africa when I went to a township last week. So that's going to be a major key in your experience on meeting the right people and getting into those townships to meet the true authentic people of South Africa. Now, another thing that you really want to consider doing, you want to consider going to different sporting events. Why is that? Now, when I first got here, I really wasn't thinking about that. It really wasn't on my radar whatsoever. But as time went on and you're just naturally going through the progression of meeting people, I'm seeing stadiums and I'm getting curious, like, whose stadium is that? Oh, that's where the Pirates play at. The Pirates, the Orlando Pirates. And like, just hearing the name Orlando, because I'm from the States, I'm thinking like the Orlando Magic and things like that, but you're in a completely different world. So I've been to Pirates games. I went to the Soweto Derby. I've been to rugby games. You have to go to a cricket match, but I have been invited, just haven't had the time. You have a lot of different opportunities to check out sporting events, and that's a good way to meet the people as well. See, I'm going to always revert back to the people, because you can go to a country and, you know, stay in a hotel and order in and say, hey guys, I've been to Johannesburg. But have you really? I went to the Orlando Stadium by myself, walked through Soweto, saw the people, man. It felt good. It felt good to get out there and really explore. See, that's the key. You have to go to the Soweto Towers, check those out as well. Everything is here at your disposal, but I would suggest being very cautionary when doing such things, because you are a visitor and people can tell when you're not from there. So I said go to a sporting event, right? But there's many events that are happening in Johannesburg. I went to the Chris Brown concert back in December. That thing was a lituation, dig. Legendary concert. CD sold it out, 90,000 plus, 2 days in a row. Man, Joe Burr got things to do, man. Coming up, Keisha Cole, Travis Scott. And guys, hit that like button so I can see my brother Kim. Kim is coming to South Africa, man. I've been to so many Kim concerts, and it's so dope, and it shows the vibe of Johannesburg that Kim is coming to Johannesburg to perform, man. It's gonna be legendary, man. So hit that like button so we can make that happen. You've been in Johannesburg enough time, so this is the beauty of being in South Africa. You can start visiting other cities in the country. For instance, you could take a trip to Durban. You can even go to Pretoria. I've been to some places that most people probably won't go. I went to 2 all-white townships, Orania and Clairefontaine, been to both of those. And then in between that, I went to a place called Hopetown that I would have never even knew that it existed, right? Saw a beautiful dam. I have a blog up on that as well. This place is a wonderland to like a certain degree. And I didn't mention the big one, Cape Town, just yet, because I was in Cape Town when I was here, 4 years ago. When I was here 4 years ago, I went to Cape Town. Once again, guys, like the video so we can get back down to Cape Town and really do it justice, because Cape Town is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. And I believe this year, it always gets ranked as the most beautiful city in the world. If you want to get away from Joburg and you want to take that flight down to Cape Town, you can do that. You can make it happen. When you come back to Johannesburg, you'll miss it and you'll want to actually come back. Now, the reason why Johannesburg would be a hotspot is because of the easy adjustments that you can make here, right? So they have a how train system, and that is a subway system. If you're in the area, it can take you to a lot of different places. It can take you to Sanson. It can take you to Johannesburg Park Station, where you can catch a bus to go all across the country. It can take you to Rosebank Mall. It can take you to the airport. So that is very modern and it's very efficient if you're looking to get around while you're in Johannesburg. Also, Uber readily available now. Uber can be a scam. What do I mean by that? I remember I was with a resident here and she picked the same exact trip that I picked, and I picked it on mine, and hers was much cheaper. Now, I don't know if they knew that I was an American or not, but they charged me like I was one. But Uber is available, Bolt is available, and they have taxis as well. I would actually suggest to take a taxi. The van taxis with the South African flag going across them, they're like known for driving crazy, but it is a dope experience when you're in Joburg. Let me talk to you just about the Rainbow Nation in general. Like any country, you can get a bad reputation, you know, high crime. A lot of cities make the high crime list here, but I always go back to the people. I've met some amazing people here that really support me and really appreciate me telling their story. But now it's about you telling your own story when you're looking to...
What does he mean by that? Hey. Go sit down.
South Africa, why do you guys call it the Rainbow Nation? We're American, we're learning.
Sit down.
It's starting to come over here like Chris Brown. Yeah, I'm sure like with Chris Brown coming, doing what he did in South Africa has sparked so many more artists to come to South Africa, which is dope, which is glad to see that collaboration happen. Steiger, if you're here, if you can like kind of give us the rundown on the history of why I call the Rainbow Nation. I'm gonna look at Google's definition. I have an assumption, but due to its diverse and multicultural population, yeah, they pride themselves on
no pun intended.
Yeah, into. You know, you're black, you're white, you're colored, you're Indian.
You're what?
Yeah. Like there's different, they see themselves as a cultural mixed nation.
Right.
And so everybody has their own.
Everybody love everybody.
Yeah. Like America, right?
I digress.
Man's his culture. He said he mentioned the taxis. Yeah. Funny thing about Uber, like another thing about being American too, like Uber here is not Uber everywhere. Okay, so
no Uber everywhere.
They might have Uber, but it doesn't work the same way as
that fucking
Uber
work.
here. So from my experience, right, when I was in Kenya, I was at the airport and I called an Uber to get from the airport to my Airbnb, and I literally sat out there waiting for like 30 minutes. The guy, I'm looking at him, not moving. And I'm like, yo, what's good? You coming? Like, he was just like, yeah, I'm on the way.
But you're not
moving. and like, that's just a normal thing. Like, they'll just sit around and wait. Like, they'll just, like, try to ask for more money from you. Or
what?
Because there's another option, too. Like, they're like, instead of paying on your card, you can pay cash. So what happens is if you pay cash, they come quicker. If you're saying you're paying on card, it takes them 2 weeks to get their pay. So they just don't care. And I'm like, that's very weird. You know what I mean? As me being American, like, when you call an Uber is coming.
When
you know?
Right now.
Yeah, like now. Yeah, and I
fuck around and cancel it. I'll walk.
I canceled it many times. Like, and I had I was like, okay, maybe he's just weird. Like, canceled it, got somebody else, same thing. And like I had people in front of me who was just like, you know, hey, we got you. And I kept saying, no, I already got a ride. But I was just like, yeah, you know what, fuck them. I'm gonna go with you guys. You guys are right here, ready to go. But yeah, you know, I it's different. It's different. Like when you just getting used to different cultures and how they move and stuff like that, you gotta adjust. So, all right. So, like I said, Rainbow Nation refers to the melting pot that is our country. So amongst blacks, there's the Zulus, there's the Xhosas, PDs, Tawanas, and right. So, okay. Then there's the K-Malis, there's the Colors, there's the Indians. Yeah. So basically, every tribe is a different color. All right, get it back to it.
Come to Johannesburg, whether you have a family, whether it's just you and your significant other, or you could be traveling solo like myself. Come here with respect. 99.9% of the time, you're going to get respect back. Okay, guys, this was surface level right here. If you want an in-depth review on how to maneuver through Johannesburg, book a consultation. coopscorner87@gmail.com. I will make sure to lead you into the right direction, which is the only direction. All right, guys, make sure you smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you guys for staying with me. I'm going to try to stay warm out here in Joburg. And as always, guys, stay blessed. Till next time. Peace.
Shout out to Jackson Cooper, man. Dope video. Got right to the point. Gave us some great information. Was there anything new or something that stood out to you about Joburg, in your opinion?
What do they call their hoods?
Townships.
Their townships.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had those. Didn't know what they were called. Yeah. But I like that all hoods universally got good food. That is a universal thing. The pizza thing, I thought pizza was universal. Like I didn't think you could mess that up. No delis? You ain't got no delis?
Right.
Do they have like the ingredients? Like, can I make my own sandwich?
I got no bodegas, man. Like no bodegas or nothing.
Didn't know about the Uber thing until you just told me.
Yeah.
Crazy taxi driver was not on my. Like I'm thinking like it's just like L.A. or something. Like,
right. I mean, and the size of this city too. I mean, 17. Well, how many people is in here again? 6 million people. I mean, DC has less than 1 million, and DC
Good.
already filled.
Good.
I mean, it's more. I think New York is like 30. Yeah, they're like right on par with the size of New York City, and New York is huge. You know what I mean? So, it's a big city, man. Definitely interested though to come out to Joburg. Obviously, people love it. Like if he's been out there for a couple of months, I mean, there's a lot of expats that live in South Africa, live in Joburg, live in Cape Town and stuff like that. So, and I agree with him. Whenever I travel to another country, I always come with respect. You know what I mean? Like I look at it as like I'm a guest in somebody else's home. So the same way if I was to go to my neighbor's house, I'm not coming in there bringing in my own rules and my own way of life. Like I'm adapting to the environment. Like what their rules is what their rules is, and
I'm gonna take my shoes off.
Right? Yeah. It's just about it's a respect thing, man. And I learned that from going to all these different countries and stuff like that. And what I tend to learn is when you give respect, you give respect. And in some countries, they just give it to you more than others. So like Kenya, for example, Ghana, for example, Colombia, for example, love those countries. And it seems like South Africa is going to be right on board with that. So definitely looking forward to visiting, coming out there to experience it myself. And yeah.
Have we, I think we probably did a while back, got into like South Africa's, like, we did, like their culinary world, like their known dishes, like the things.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that stood out to me at the moment.
Right.
I think maybe I might need a refresher, but my biggest thing when I travel is like I want to look forward to what you got. What's the best thing in your kitchen?
Food. Yeah, the food for sure. Yeah, South Africa definitely seems like they got plenty of food options for sure. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us for another episode of the Top Hill Live. This has been a fun one, man. Wanted to mix it up a little bit. We wanted to go to a couple of different countries and, you know, touch on some different things. Some videos I had in the tuck for a while I really wanted to get to, so I'm glad we was able to do that. And yeah, man. The
What a UFO?
Where?
No, it's a helicopter.
Oh, okay. But yeah, looking forward to coming out there and visiting Africa some more. And the next live, guys, we are going to get into investing in Africa. I have a lot of videos queued up. I just want to make sure that we do a good job because this is going to be somewhat of a series. I think it's very important that we enlighten like the people here in the States and the West who are very unfamiliar with Africa. There's a lot of people who just don't know, guys. You know, they're very, very unfamiliar, like, with what's actually going on in Africa, what it looks like and stuff like that. Like, if I showed some, people around the way, like, what does Johannesburg look like? What does Cape Town look like? What does Nairobi look like? They're going to think, this is Africa? Like, they're not even going, it doesn't fathom in their brain. So now you have a lot more African Americans and people in the diaspora coming back to Africa, investing in Africa, and actually thriving in there. So we're going to dive into that. So make sure you guys subscribe. Tune into next week's episode. And yeah, man, this is your boy, Mr. Top Hill Live, a.k.a. Imani Raw.
And I'm the Carmen.
We out. Peace. Hello? Thank you.
Oh my God, this is the song that played in my head when I seen this album.
For real? Shout out to Wale. DC Zone. PG. Nigerian, by the way, too.
Never ever know your soul. Never know your heart.
Shout out to the Money Show. It's midnight here in the East Coast. We do the show late night over here.
Ain't no love in the heart of the city, that's what they told me. People over 100 niggas, don't none of them know me. Son of a mother studying at UDC, sitting in taxi cabs while daddy roaming the streets. 7 hallelujahs, my sultana was clean. On everything I wear at all the Americans tees. This 06 the most prolific in the DMV. Listen, when you get the keys to sell them, you don't get the beef. Make the nigga one, get the piece to get the piece. You gon' need more than Wikipedia to get to me. PG to Mo County, bet they all know about me. Every hood, every burb, I got superb balance. From the city that made me love you forever for it. Hope you celebrate every moment forever and know it. You made me what I am, you made me what I'm not. They gon' love you a little different when you at the top. Work, give me love, baby. Not enough, just a touch, baby. What the fuck, baby? It's just us, baby. This ain't right, this is life, it's love, baby. What's up? Give me love, baby. Not enough, just a touch, baby. What the fuck, baby? It's just us, baby. This ain't right, this is life, it's love, baby. And then you get love. Infinity grows as the city gets cold. As you reaching your goals, you gon' meet you some foes. Having dinner with Leonis I'm dreaming to own. But for now, me and my homies see the bottom float. I'm trying to redefine the culture, renovate the soul. Women in town, but I'm manifesting every goal. I see potential in John, talk to him once a week. Media targets in our city and this week. I lost a lot of friends, and they ain't even dead. When I was on my way up, why you ain't see the stairs? Lord Father, if I opted to follow them, my heart would tear for my dreams, let me know that you had. And it's weird when I'm anywhere with too many heads. Niggas jealous and never tell it until it's dead. How could you blame us, envy? We do the same thing for a living, know the same niggas, but they all commend me. Champagne, I'ma spill it till we all fill up. Maybe it stopped me from giving a fuck about opinions. And probably not, but I'm temporarily out of physics. And tell the postally propaganda to politicians. Wow.